Does that mean we take it seriously?
That's because of the underpants nose.
That's fantastic.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to your post-game edition after your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Third time is the charm, gentlemen. The third OT game, they figured out. Field goal by Chase McLaughlin to win 26-23. Victory! So how do we start off the evolution of Sports Talk Television live here from Ferg Sports Bar and Grill? Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Best of the Base, Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, the Giant Goofball himself, Andrew Davis. Three things. You know them, you love them, you got to have them. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. And so many things to talk about in this game, gentlemen, whether it's look, the defense blowing the lead there. Once you get 20-16, you don't necessarily feel great about it. Baker Mayfield beat up in this game. 30 seconds left.
Bucs.
Yes, absolutely. Bucs fans right now walking all over the place. This place was just absolutely bananas.
Go Bucs.
Absolutely. Go Bucs. She says it best. Go Bucs. That's what I'm talking about right there. The Sports Web on YouTube, or friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake, all right? Peter H. Blake and the Sports Web on YouTube.
Go Bucs.
Always promoting here a 51-yard field goal by Chase McLaughlin.
Just tender to the sports web.
Yes, I mean, this was a great game, gentlemen. And a lot of people go, well, listen, it shouldn't have been that close. But again, it's no friggin' logic. It's the National Football League. Carolina and Dave Canales are trying to prove that the Bucs made a mistake. David Moore is on that team. There are so many factors at that point, but give credit to where credit is due. That running game with Bucky Irving, he was a beast. Over 125 yards rushing. Rashard White with a 38-yard run to get them for that winning field goal there. And Anthony Nelson, the defense, coming up with it. Say whatever you want to about this beleaguered defense, but Nelson with a forced fumble, Yaya Diaby with the recovery, and the Bucs are now tied with the Atlanta Falcons 6-6, just like we said at the start of the pregame today. Welcome.
There's a reason why they call these divisional matchups.
Right.
Because not only the first thing you have to do as a coach in the division is you have to figure out a way to beat the other teams in your division. You win your division, you go to the playoffs, you go to the playoffs, and now you have a chance at the big shot. But the fact of the matter is Dave Canales, in year one of his coaching, he's doing pretty good with his Carolina team. Bryce Young's a dog. They got some talent over there, but the Buccaneers won a divisional game that they maybe should have lost. They won it, and that's what feels so good.
Well, not maybe should have lost, right? Quite frankly, they should have lost this game. This is what bad teams do. They find a way to lose, and the Panthers found a way to lose. And I'm telling you guys, even as a guy who's not a Bucs fan, I don't know if it's the excitement of the game or if it's all the secondhand marijuana smoke in the air.
There's a lot.
But, dude, I'm excited. This was a good game. This was a fun game to watch just as a football fan as a whole here. Like, everything you want at that point. Missed kicks, interceptions, touchdowns,
overtime,
runs, overtime.
The dogs loving cats. It was mayhem.
Yes.
Win or lose moments left and right. I mean, it's spectacular. I laughed, I cried. It's like watching a movie here.
I think we made love, but I'm not going to go there.
Well, listen.
Let me assure you of that, sir.
20-16, Adam Thielen gets a touchdown there. Russell, the middle of the field, we've talked about it. It's been the bugaboo, but again, give credit to where credit is due. Every Bucs fan trying to fire Todd Bowles before the game is over. You know, I'm so sick of it. I'm absolutely had enough of this. Guys, you're not going to win games every week in blowout fashion. You're going to have to fight for it. And this team continues to fight for this coach. They continue to fight, claw. They continue to go and tackle and make the plays that they need to. Offense, Baker Mayfield messed up, goes and leads them. That's right. Leads them in the overtime period, leads them in the fourth quarter. This team continues to fight for this coach. Let's go out to a guy that's probably as passionate or more passionate than we are here, Mr. JP Peterson of the JP Peterson Show. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Boy, oh boy, we were going.
what a game, man! You guys look great. I wish I was there watching it with you guys, but I'm a little toastier than you are for sure.
Well, listen, I gotta give a shout out to Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy because he saved my ass today because he gave me the hoodie here because I was freezing.
And by the way, that's yours to keep now because you said I keep this and they won in overtime. It's yours.
I told you they would win.
What's up, JP?
Yeah.
What's up, right? What a performance by the Buccaneers in the clutch. No question about it. They did everything to lose this game. The Panthers did everything to hand it to the Bucs, and they finally took it away from them. A couple of key plays. Obviously, to me, Anthony Nelson saves the season. I mean, they're moving into field goal range. Not that Panera was money. He missed a couple of easy ones today, but they're moving it down closer for him, and you got to figure they're going to win it with the kick. And Anthony Nelson saw an opening. Chuba Hubbard was carrying that ball with one arm, and he got in there and ripped it out. I thought Yaya was going to scoop and score it, but he finally fell on the ball. And then just as we're all yelling, where the F is Bucky? Where the F is Bucky? Chris Myers is going, Bucs fans wondering where Bucky is. Rashad rips off a 38-yard run to set up the winning field goal. You just can't make this shit up. That was a fun game to watch. It was nerve-wracking. Just win them. I mean, you're going to have games like this. You just got to win them. This is kind of a trap game for them. The Panthers playing well. Canales knows what you're doing. Late in the game, Bryce Young knows the middle of the field is wide open against that soft-ass zone that Bowles plays all the time in the clutch. And what do you know? He gives up a touchdown with 30 seconds to go. Enter Baker Mayfield. 30 seconds. He needs 30 yards. And what does he do? He gets him scampering on a bad ankle, gets the first down, a big throw to Mike, big throw to Kate, I believe, across the middle. Sets up Chase for a clutch 51-yarder to send it into overtime, and that guy has just been money time and time again. Thought Elijah Cansey played really well today, although he had missed a couple of opportunities. Probably should have had 4 sacks today. The defense had its moments, but for the most part, the offense was awful for a while as well. The first half, they couldn't move the football. Flags, drop balls. I mean, this team was flat, and coming out for the third quarter, I'm thinking there's no way they can win this game, and they come back and win it. So kudos. Hey, even Todd Bowles used the timeout to save a possession at the end of the half, and it actually came back and bite him in the ass because they turned it over. Baker with 2 bad picks today. I mean, really bad picks, but he got it done when he needed to. That's the mark of a good quarterback. It's a mark of a good team. They forced their will on the Panthers. They get the dub and save the season. What a game.
Yeah, what a game. You saved the season and everything going in that Bucs direction, if you will, with the easy schedule. We talked about it before the game there. The Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins doing Kirk Cousins things. This is why, JP, at the beginning of the season, everybody was all on in some of this Bucs fan base. And listen, I'm Jason Light right now on Facebook. I am calling you out with your receipts about how great the Atlanta Falcons are and how you should sell on Kirk Cousins because it's time to go to the dark side. And Kirk Cousins showed you what he is. He showed you that he is a mediocre quarterback.
Terrible pick today.
That he continues to turn over the ball. He's not 100%. This Atlanta Falcons team has new offensive coaching staff, new defensive coaching staff. So the Bucs had a chance. And listen, they sleepwalk for the majority of this game, especially that third quarter. And I know, Ray, I look to you, coming back to you, Baker getting hurt, Trask coming in, throwing the interception. You felt like they should have benched Baker, but I'm going to tell you something. Baker is the chance. He's the only chance, in my opinion, that gives this Bucs team their best chance to win.
You live and die by Baker. I mean, you got to accept the fact. That's why Cleveland Browns, that's why he's not Cleveland's quarterback right now. I mean, maybe Deshaun, they saw down the road. The fact of the matter is they realized you live and die by Baker. I thought they should have let him stay out that entire drive, let Kyle finish it, even if it was 3 and out. He came in through the interception. I was kind of mad. I'm like, you know what? Todd Bowles has to enforce himself as the head coach. But he came back and he won his game. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to live and die by Baker, right, JP?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and right now you're living. I mean, he's thrown the most touchdown passes since the beginning of last year. He has some boneheaded plays at times, but he comes back and wins the game. That's the bottom line. 30 seconds to play, and you move the ball. That great throw to Mike over the middle, and somebody corrected me. Yeah, that was J-Mac who made that play, not Kate Otten on that final drive. So Baker made some great throws. I thought with 6 seconds left, they didn't need that short one. Chase has plenty of leg, but they did it anyway. They got him a 51-yarder, and they got to overtime. But look, it ain't pretty, and they don't ask you how, just how many. And the Bucs have 6, and the Falcons have 6. The Falcons have the tiebreaker, but they got to go to Minnesota next week, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so, yeah. and the Bucs come home to play
against the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Now we have a Cowboys fan here. Now this Cowboys fan says
JP.
she's got a reason why the Cowboys might beat the Bucs in a couple of weeks. Why is that?
Yeah, I would to actually sing you guys a song about it.
We got to sing us a song, or this was you get
You
here.
guys want to hear a song?
Let's hear a song
Well, I can't
here
hear how I
live.
sound right now, so I'm just gonna sing it.
Go for it.
I feel like this is a radio station with a lot of older men that love Creed. So I'm gonna sing a Creed song.
Go for it. I like Creed.
Okay, ready? But
Go
it's a
for it.
rendition of it,
Okay.
Re-edition.
and I can't hear how I sound.
You got sound. You got go get her some
Okay.
get her some headphones there. There you go. Now you're good. Now can you hear me?
Yeah, this
Okay,
sounds.
this is what you get live
Wait,
here on the
this is-
sports web. Yes.
I hope this goes. I hope people, if you hear
Just
it.
sing. Come on, just sing.
Sing it.
Go.
Okay,
Go.
who's talking? Ready?
Me.
Ready? Pretend Arms Wide Open is playing right now.
Just sing.
You guys all know it. Shut up.
Jesus.
Well, I just love the holidays, Christmas lights, Santa sleigh. You guys- No, I wasn't done. No. I have lyrics. No, I was born. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I was born in Long Island, New York.
Easy,
Say that first?
easy,
Okay,
easy,
sorry.
easy,
Okay, I'll start
easy.
over. I will start over.
No. Come on. We're just gonna
We're gonna
Santa's
talk Bucs.
we're gonna
sleigh,
talk Bucs here.
early rise. I'm on the way. To my surprise, under the tree, the presents are open.
Okay, I'm
Who
just gonna say
will
this.
bomb
I'm gonna say, all right. Thank you very much.
Since we got a Cowboys, raise your hand if you got a ring in the last century.
Yeah, I'm done. I appreciate it. It was great. Thank you very much. That's
Thank
what
you.
get here
Sorry.
on
Thank
the
you.
evolution
Yes.
of sports talk television. You
That
just-
was symbolic of the train wreck 2-minute defense right there. The train wreck 2-minute
Great
defense.
transition,
Well,
JP.
listen,
Great
and
transition.
we talked about this, how the middle was wide open. It stayed wide open. There's definitely a problem, whether it's KJ Britt manning that
Russell.
or it's Russell. And you have to see
He gave us
Russell
the song right there.
Yeah.
The great wide open.
great
or
wide
whatever.
open. And it was
Great
wide open there.
transition, JP.
With Adam Thielen catching that touchdown and Bryce Young, scaling the pocket, not getting out of there, but scaling it, able to find Thielen, and it looked like Russell on that, JP. And you could talk about this. Blew the coverage once
I don't
again.
know if it was Winfield or Russell. He was a little deep for Russell, but it looked like he didn't turn and run with him. And Winfield didn't get there in time. Whatever. Just another wide open receiver running through the middle of the defense. I don't care what coverage they're in, whose fault it is. I just don't care because it's just the same stuff. Same defense. They showed the shot of Canales calling the plays, and you just like, well, okay, let's just work the middle. It's wide open. We know where they're going to be.
He knew where that soft spot was. He knew where that soft spot was.
So
Yeah.
and they just went right down the field, and you knew it was going to happen. So unless they got to him and sacked him, they were going to throw to an open receiver. Whether he hit him and the guy caught it was a whole nother deal. Hey, tip of the cap to Adam Thielen. And Bowles comes with a creative blitz with Cansey off the corner, who's half a step away, makes a Bryce Young throw early, and he just throws it up for Adam Thielen, who just sticks his arm out, and I thought ended the Bucs season with that catch. I really thought he did.
That's going to be top 10 on ESPN, right?
I mean, I'm
That's
like,
a
are
top
you
10.
kidding me? And who was over there? I think it was 30, 38. I forget who it was.
Yeah.
Somebody not good.
No.
Just play the ball, bro. Just look up and play the ball. Like, don't panic. Just look up. He just threw it right to you. But anyway, they get the strip by Anthony Nelson, and they get it done. I mean, what a finish! What a finish!
Yeah,
Great
what a
finish.
finish.
Terrible game. But the offense rolls up 445 total yards, 236 rushing, 209 passing, and they held the ball for almost 40 minutes in this game, including overtime.
Yeah.
I mean,
JP, I got to
that's-
ask you, though. I got to ask you because I'm watching the JP Peterson show Monday through Friday from 10 to 12. They're on. And
Thank you,
what
brother.
they're doing there. But is Bucky Irving your starting running back now, and now Rashad White's your change of pace back now? Is he in that starting spot? Does Todd Bowles have to go ahead and make this statement that Bucky Irving is your starting quarterback, you RB1?
Starting running back. Yeah.
I don't think it really matters. Doesn't matter who starts, who plays, who gets the most carries. Bucky got the most today. I mean, was I yelling to have Bucky Irving in the game? And at that point, yeah, absolutely. And frankly, Bucky probably takes it to the house through that hole, but Rashad got through it and ran for 38 yards. Okay, whatever. But yeah, Bucky should be in the game at that point, but they got it done. So I guess you can't second guess. Bucky had 25 carries for 152 yards. Rashad had 11.
Wow.
So look, Buck, that's the most carries Bucky's had. And he gets, again, it's amazing. No matter how many carries he gets, he averages over 5 yards a carry today, 6.1. I mean, he's the best we've seen since Warwick Dunn. No question about it. 100%.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we said that in the offseason. I remember giving our good friend, the media icon himself, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network, saying it, 25 years, a clone of Warwick Dunn, and that's what he reminds you of. He can catch the ball in the backfield. He runs with patience and vision.
Tough as nails, too.
He just breaks tackles.
And big.
Yes.
He's a big guy. He does not look like he's a rookie. I'm looking at. I said to you, Andrew. I'm looking. He's on the sideline and showing Bucky on the sideline on the bench. I'm like, for some reason, this kid does not look like a rookie. He looks like a 4th or 5th year veteran, if not further, and he runs like that. So,
and listen, they got a good mix here, Andrew, with White and of course Irving, and you wish you could incorporate Sean Tucker there. The problem is Tucker put the ball on the ground a lot last week, so you go with that two-headed monster at this point. It's been successful, and that is the difference here, JP.
Yeah.
I think that you could say. And Andrew, the reason why you go with a Liam Cohen and why Liam Cohen is such a hot commodity in the National Football League right now is because of the balance and the scheme-wise of using both of these running backs. That's what you didn't have with Dave Canales. Love Dave Canales, but this offense, you have to admit, is a lot better at this point. Andrew first, and then you go, JP.
Well, like I said earlier when we did the pregame show, the part of the thing is with that is he didn't have Bucky last year. So I don't know how much I put that in Canales. He only had White, and that's basically it.
True.
Now he's got Tucker. Now you got Irving. Now you got a new coordinator. He gets the credit. That's not necessarily fair at that point there. It's a new roster he's dealing with at that point that has better tools than what necessarily Canales had last year. But I do think it's interesting. You guys said that you didn't have Bucky Irving in towards the end of the game. I have to wonder to a certain degree if that injury he had right before halftime there maybe was acting up a little bit, because they're not going to tell you that during the game, obviously.
Right.
That's something you hear about like Monday or so at that point, if that was the case. So something for Bucs fans to watch out, because you guys are going into a home stretch here for a playoff run.
Playoffs?
And he's your most important player right now besides Baker and Mike Evans. He's your third most important player on that side of the ball. If he gets hurt, and if he's even just somewhat hurt right now, guys, with the stretch we have going, rest him. Let him get 100% before you put him back out there, because you don't need him now. You need him in a couple of months.
Bam.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
JP, I mean, Bucky.
Well, we need him now because every game is a playoff game at this point. You can't.
Playoffs.
You have no room. You maybe have room for one, which I would say would be at the Chargers. But a game like this, you cannot lose. You're talking about rushing the football and Dave Canales. Let's not forget about Kevin Carberry, the new offensive line coach who replaced Harold Godwin and who else, who's now with the Panthers, right?
Correct.
So that our running game went with the Panthers, and today they ran for 78 yards. We ran for 236. Yes, coaching matters. Offensive line coaching matters. Running backs matter. Bucky Irving is the best running back on either team, no question about that. Chuba Hubbard's, he's no bum. He's approaching 1,000 yards rushing, I believe. So the Bucs stopped the run as much as they needed to today.
Yeah, absolutely stopped the run today. And open phone lines if you want to talk to all of us here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. One of the guys that I said would step up in this game, and it's 1,000-yard receiving watch here in Tampa Bay, and it's Mike Evans. 8 catches for 118 yards, 1 touchdown, and once again, some big-time catches down the stretch there, gentlemen. I just keep on telling Bucs fans, you take this guy for granted, but he's just Mr. Consistent. And when he's healthy, he's just Mr. Consistent. He's the guy that you depend on. He's the catalyst of this offense besides the run game. Talk about Mike Evans, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy.
As we go to overtime, as much as I felt the Buccaneers would win this overtime game, and I give the Panthers credit to getting overtime. They got there. They made the play. They got there. We got there. As much as I felt the Bucs would win this overtime game, as a Buccaneers fan and a Mike Evans fan, I'm like, this is a chance to get Mike more fed, get more yardage. Yeah. And I think he got about 40, maybe 30, 35 more yards in the overtime. And I'm thinking that's toward his 11th 1,000-yard season. I still wanted to win this game, most important thing. But we've talked about that. What's the most important thing? Obviously making the playoffs, but also getting Mike. playoffs, but also get Mike Evans fit for that 11th 1,000-yard season. I love that fact. JP, what did you feel as we went to overtime and the Bucs continue to fill Mike Evans? Did you also feel that, we're going to continue to get this kid fit to get this 11th 1,000-yard season?
Well, it's in the back of your mind, no question. But in the forefront is who do you, in a situation like that where they're probably going to be playing zone, where you throw the ball. You throw the ball to the guy with the biggest catch radius, and you can pinpoint that ball in high and in the middle. And that square end's going to be there. That 15, 20-yard square end's going to be there because they don't want to get beat deep. They can't get beat deep. You're going to be able to get that, but you need a big-bodied guy and a great throw, a great stick throw, and that's what you got. Mike had 8 for 118. I believe he has to average 99 a game to get to the 1,000. So check this game off with a little to spare. So just keep banking him. He just might get there. Stay healthy, and I think he's going to get there. So now he's probably going to average about 85, 90 yards the rest of the way. So, and there'll be a big game in there too, bigger than today.
Yeah, absolutely. And you would expect that to happen with Mike Evans because eventually he's going to be 100%. He may not necessarily be 100%. Listen, no football player right now is 100%, but once Mike gets 100%, then he'll be able to get that separation. JP, I know you got great things to do here, doing great things with the JP Peterson show there with FamStream Sports and IndyCar. Tim, I'm watching. I'm absolutely congratulatory to you and everything that's happening right now. We'll be live next week. Of course, the post-game show. At home against the Raiders with the red out. Give me some final thoughts here on the Evolution.
Well, you're 6-6 now. You're even with the Falcons. We kind of said this how it should go, and we knew this was going to be a difficult game today. Anybody who thought otherwise just doesn't know Bucs Panthers, doesn't know NFC South. Look, the Panthers are on a come. They're getting to be a better team. They play hard. They've been at home for a month and a half. You knew this would be tough. The Bucs were a little flat today. You expected that. Coming off a big win, they were a little flat, and they needed to take care of business today, and they did. They got the dub. And look, Baker did not have a good game. This was not one of his better games. 2 critical areas. He's starting to get a little loose with the ball. But you got to say great job, Liam Cohen, because you just relied on your running game. Your running game was great today. There's no reason to force it to Baker when he's make him throw when he's got to throw, but they kept it on the ground. I thought that was that's a great sign of maturity as a play caller for Liam Cohen. Defensively, there's nothing really to talk about. There were some plays made. Anthony Nelson made a big play, obviously, to bail their ass out. They didn't get it done in crunch time the way we've seen time and time again. As Bryce Young went right down the field, 5 for 7, and they just didn't get it done. So the defense got bailed out today. There's no question about it. And, the strip, you got to give Anthony Nelson credit for that. So they saved the game with that. But overall, the defense has got to continue to get better. Too many missed tackles today. Thought they could have been better. We'll have much more on the JP Peterson Show tomorrow morning. From 10 to 12, all these great spots. You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and on X. And we always appreciate all the listeners and the viewers. Great job, guys. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate you. Ray and Andrew, great job. Great job on the pregame show. Watched a little bit of that. So here we go, 6-6. Still on track for the playoffs.
Yes, sir. There you go. The JP Peterson Show again, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12. On Facebook, YouTube, and X. Appreciate the time, partner, all right?
You got it, man. Thank you, Peter. See you guys. Peace.
All right, good stuff. Let's go out to this guy right here. He was watching the game with bated breath as we were. Wish he was here, but here we go. Handicapper extraordinaire, co-host of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Let's go out to the Greek. Harry the Greek, your thoughts after the Bucs go to 6-6 and just, I would say heartbreaking fashion, but they win. 3rd time's the charm, and OT giving people cardiac arrest, giving people a heart attack here live at Ferg's in downtown St. Pete. What's going on, boss?
What's happening, guys? How you guys doing tonight?
Doing great.
Woo.
What a great game. I mean, just going back and forth here. Bucs take the lead. Then the Panthers take the lead. Then Ray's going crazy because Baker's hurt. He throws another interception. I mean, not his best game.
Wait, though, and that's right. And Harry, you were watching the game there because Harry the Greek watches every game. They should have let Baker go into the 10, let him do his thing, and just said, look, Baker, whether Kyle goes 4 and out or 8 and out, let him just finish this drive and then go back in and be that dog. He goes back in and the first play throws the interception. I'm not saying Kyle Trask could be in there. Kyle Trask could be in there above Baker Mayfield, but at the end of it,
too many drinks.
Is it highlight or jili?
It's both.
Well, I think it is.
Just curious. Just
Yes.
asking right now.
Harry, what did you see? What did you see as you were breaking this game down, watching it there from the Greek cave?
You know what? Anybody can speculate. Honestly, and speculation's what it's like. They say hindsight's 20/20. I mean, anybody can take an educated guess on what do you think could happen. So, Ray, honestly, it could have went really either way. I understand what your point was, and now I understand why the Buccaneers did what they did. But damn. There's one thing that nobody's talking about yet. You only got to Bryce Young once.
Yeah.
They only got Bryce Young's jersey one time. But Baker Mayfield got hit a whole bunch, and he was sacked 4 times. Tampa Bay got to tighten up on that offensive line. This game was a lot tighter than I anticipated it was going to be. I thought it was going to be close at halftime. It was. I thought Tampa was going to take off in the second half. That didn't happen. Bucky Irvin.
Yeah, well, I tell
That's
you
all
what.
I can say.
Yeah, absolutely. Bucky Irving definitely showing out today. Let's go out to the phone lines here because the phone lines are open. Let's go out to Curtis. Curtis, welcome to the Evolution. Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're tied with the Atlanta Falcons for the NFC South lead. Go.
All I have to say is this. I almost lost my job tonight.
Really? Why?
Because I told everybody, don't effing talk to me. I'm watching the game.
Brother.
And I don't care.
I did. I pissed some people off here. I was throwing birds left and right. I'm like, are you kidding me?
He went from Bob Ross to Bob Rock, and just like that.
So, Curtis, I feel you, brother.
Yeah.
He says throwing birds.
All I'm going to say is this. I heard what you guys were saying, and I definitely understand. Baker, listen, I told you, tough as a $2 steak, all right?
Yep.
But I'm going to tell you this. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody does. If Kansas City, they cheated to beat the Raiders, why can't we cheat to beat Carolina? We didn't cheat, but I'm just saying.
Well, listen, there were some calls in this game. Andrew thought Thielen had a touchdown. I want to come out to you really quick.
I still think.
Yeah.
He had a touchdown.
And Harry, you saw that play before halftime. Did you think Thielen had that touchdown there?
No.
No, he didn't.
If it was called a touchdown.
It wasn't a touchdown.
Well, if it was called a touchdown, I didn't see enough to overturn it. But if
Correct.
it wasn't called a not touchdown, and I didn't see enough to make it a touchdown. So at the end of the day, instant replay worked exactly how the heck it's supposed to work.
Yeah, I don't know what you.
I didn't think it was a touchdown. I really didn't.
His elbow came down. I'm like, it was his elbow.
It was right in the
It was
border.
right in the border. But I'm like, I'm saying inconclusive.
Yeah, inconclusive. Not enough evidence.
No, it wasn't. It was. I don't think it was a touchdown.
I don't either.
It was too much. It was too much movement going on with the ball.
Right.
And I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Who cares?
That's it. Well, the Bucs win,
So-
and then they find a way. And once again, the Todd Bowles haters will be crickets because all I heard.
Listen,
yes,
and listen. All of us have been watching football for a long time.
correct.
This is the time of year where you have to pull out wins, no matter where they come from.
Yes, sir.
It does not matter where they come from. You got to pull out the damn wins, and they pulled out this damn win. It was a hard fought game that none of us thought the game should have been that hard.
No,
but Carolina, stand up for Carolina. They played their asses off.
They played a great game.
And I will say this: Bryce Young looks way better than he did at the beginning of the season.
yeah.
Hey, get away from me.
All right,
Get away from me. Anyway,
Who are we talking to, Curtis?
He ain't talking to us. He's
I
talking
hope
to
he's
somebody
not.
in the background. And by the way, if you're working, don't try to feed the animals at that point. If somebody's upset, he's
Poor
probably going to
Curtis.
He's probably going to tear your head off.
hey, you know I'm a monster, so I don't care what anybody has to say. So.
You don't
You
feed
know.
that monster, man. If you do that, then you're
So,
asking for it, especially at work.
Let's say it's a good win, and I'm just looking forward to next week. Only other thing I have to say is this.
Yeah.
I wish that quarterbacks didn't automatically win Rookie of the Year, because I would love to nominate Bucky for Rookie of the Year.
I'm telling you what.
Because this guy has made a huge difference. He is an MVP for this team this year. He
I
really
don't know
is.
how you can't put Bucky in the top 5. if nothing else, even higher in the top 5 for Rookie of the Year. You can talk about.
Let me go ahead and
Yes.
I'll put 4.
And let me just say this right now, Jason Light. Hats off to Jason Light once again for being a guy that's been criticized as a general manager.
And what round was Bucky in again? The fourth
round.
Fourth round out of Oregon, yes.
Well, you know what? It reminds me of. Oh God, I shouldn't bring this up, but the year the Saints took Kamara.
Yes.
Kamara went in like the 4th, 5th round.
Third round for Kamara. Kareem Hunt, I'm like 3rd or 4th round. I mean, listen, you can find backs. That's the reason why a lot of the teams out there are not going to overspend for a back, and furthermore, not going to draft somebody in the first round.
In today's world, I feel unless it's a generational running back or wide receiver, you don't need to take him in the first round.
Curtis, is Bijan Robinson that running back you're talking about, or did the Falcons?
You know what? I'm going to tell you what my problem is with Bijan Robinson.
Go ahead, Curtis.
Atlanta doesn't know if they want to run the ball or throw the ball.
Damn, Curtis nailed it because Bijan's a monster.
They have no identity at the end of the day. It's all about Kirk Cousins. And
it's all about that $180 million that they gave to Kirk Cousins. Yep. He's been robbing the NFL since he signed his first deal with Washington. I mean, this guy has made more money.
They were losing
Manning and Eli Manning and everybody else, okay?
And listen, he's made more money than Tom Brady with contracts, and people just don't understand that when you're a quarterback in the National Football League, you don't have to be the highest paid. You follow the Brady blueprint. There's a cat right there.
That was the cat crossing Atlanta.
The last thing I want to say is, and I know this is Bucs talking. You know what? We won the game. I love it, but I respect all football teams. Look at the job the Harbaugh has done with their Chargers team.
Yeah.
I mean, not a surprise. It's really not a surprise. Jim Harbaugh, every coaching job he's ever had, he's improved on that team, especially the National Football League. He did it with the San Francisco 49ers. If Trent Baalke doesn't force him out, he's still the coach, and most likely they have a Super Bowl championship because Colin Kaepernick has never been hurt
Kaepernick's still a starting quarterback in the league if he's still there.
Right, and he's never been hurt. Never been hurt.
No, Harry, don't talk politics now, Harry.
Stop. No, I'm not going politics. That's why Harbaugh left, because of Colin Kaepernick. That was one of the reasons why. Let's not even go there because I know some of the real truths. That's fantasy land if you think. Are you kidding me?
Listen, I think it's definitely
it's not even political about Colin Kaepernick. Right. Jim Harbaugh has one problem. You're right, Peter. He does win everywhere he goes, but he also leaves right before the ship sinks.
Damn straight.
I got one question for Harry because I forgot my brother was on here.
Yeah.
Besides how the hell are you?
Curtis, like
my question for you, Harry, is: did y'all fire y'all coach the other day?
Yeah. Hey, when I was doing the pregame show, Curtis, you didn't hear what happened today. Hold on, Curtis, hold on. You didn't hear what happened during the pregame show. I'm sitting right next to Peter, right where Ray is at, and I'm looking off in the distance, and there's Matt Eberflus, the head coach, the former head coach of the Chicago Bears. He was walking. And he had two things in his pocket. He had a timeout for sale, and he had a challenge flag for sale. And he was trying to sell the challenge flag, thinking it was a timeout. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, but thanks for reminding me. What's up?
I will say this, Harry. I'm like, well, damn, even a blind person could have called a timeout on that goddamn play. Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy, man?
No, and as the clock was spinning away, I'm going, yep. There comes that draft pick, baby. There comes that draft pick.
Hey, listen, we got family in the house.
We got Mama Blake in the house. How are you?
Hey, I know I'm 420 friendly all the time.
Who's this?
Yeah,
I know I'm 420 friendly all the time.
Great to see y'all.
But that guy was smoking something.
Merry Christmas.
Very great. Yeah, we got Mama Blake here. Of course, Sandra Nagel, my future agent right there. How you doing? Come here.
Anyway, listen, I love you guys. Go Bucs.
Curtis, thank you, Curtis, so much. Curtis, always a pleasure. Thank you for calling, brother.
What's up, Curtis? Take care, man.
I love it. All right, open phone line, 727-255-0391. That's 727-255-0391. We have been neglecting the webheads here.
Yes.
So let's not do that. Let's read some comments together. Harry will get more analysis. We got all night long. Listen, you thought it wasn't going to be lit.
I'm not Lionel Richie. This ain't all night long.
I said we got all night long. Like night long.
All night.
There you go. All right, we won't sing.
All night.
Probably sing better than that girl did. I'm sorry. That was not good.
She was terrible. She
That
bad.
was
You took my. She had my
that was not
headphones.
good.
The guy with her got upset because I made a joke about the Cowboys. He gave me a look like, all right.
Well, the Cowboys are a joke every year.
Exactly.
So,
Oh.
I'm just telling the truth, guys.
Just saying.
Sorry. All right.
Andrew needs to keep the mic closer to his mouth.
Yeah, I don't.
That's what
There we
she
go. Is that
said.
better?
Is that
No, a
better?
little bit. Actually, he needs to put the mic down. I hate to do this live, but folks, ladies and gentlemen, it is a live show.
Live show.
Put the mic down. Go to number 3 and turn it up a little bit. There you go.
All right, let's turn it up there a little
Is that
bit.
better?
That's
me
better.
I still his mic. That's why.
You sold the mic. All right. Let's hold off on the call right now. I want to get this mic issue working. Is this good here? Is this good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds good, Pete.
That's good. Okay, there we go.
There we go. We're good
Sometimes
now?
that happens.
Not
We're
really,
live
but it's
here.
better.
Wow.
Okay. Is it better? Okay, good. All right, so we got 300 people watching right now thanks to the JP Peterson Show Twitter. We're also on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. Sorry about my Twitter day. I don't know what's going on with X. Who cares? Let's read some of these
And real quick,
comments.
Peter, before if you guys are watching this show, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the like on Facebook. Hit the hit the heart on Twitter. Guys, go ahead and help this man out. He works his tail off for all y'all.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. You're a good man. Showing me all kinds of stuff.
And if you
today when
haven't
it comes to-
subscribed and liked to his show yet,
Wow, that's much better.
shame on you.
Yeah, there you go. So there, he's ready to go. You know I'm right. I knew the game was over when we couldn't convert that 3rd and 1 on the 1 yard line. You know I'm right. I turned the TV off when they were in our zone in overtime. I need to do that more often. You missed out. I want to go out to this guy here. Let's go out to him.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell is the matter with you?
Jim, welcome to the Evolution live here from Fergs as your Tampa Bay Buccaneers win in overtime. 3rd time's the charm, 26-23 to move to 6-6. Your thoughts?
Yeah, they gave us all we wanted, didn't they?
That's it, man. You know, a win's a win, even though it's ugly, even though you give up the lead, even though you have turnovers, even though you have injuries, even though you have miscues. Somehow, some way, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers find a way to pull it out. There you go. That was poetic right there. Thank you.
So they pulled it out the last minute.
Look at what side of the ball ended up winning the game.
What now?
You know, look at what side ended up winning the game. What side of the ball? Old Ty Bowles defense, old Strippy Rudy.
That's it. You know, Todd Bowles' defense, the much beleaguered Todd Bowles' defense, and they had their miscues today. Again, we go back to Adam Thielen, Russell giving it up there. It's been a problem. It's been a problem for that middle of the defense. It's going to continue to be a problem because they don't have the talent there, and the secondaries had also their fair share of injuries, Jim. But once again, the Bucs are able to pull it out.
Yeah, we pulled it out, man.
Yeah.
I knew them boys were going to give us all we can handle, but
That's it. That's it. And all you need is a couple wins in a row, and then your team starts to develop that confidence. And look out, it snowballs at that point. And again, it favors the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It is setting up for this team to make that second half run. This is what a lot of Bucs fans anticipated. You know, this team has anticipated it. And again, you have to go out and play those games. They're not always easy. It wasn't easy today. It may not be easy next week, especially if you go in there and sleepwalk for the majority of the game, the first 3 quarters.
yeah, pray God for our kicker, man. He missed 1 or 2. He missed 1 kick.
Yeah, missed the 55-yarder. That was a bad snap.
That was a bad snap,
We watched
exactly.
that. That was a bad snap. And
I seen it.
yeah. All right, what else?
Man, I'm glad we won the game. Either way we can get it. We're going to play the Raiders next. That should be.
Yep. Raiders will be live on the pregame show at What the Buck tailgate. Hopefully Ray will be joining me there or somebody else, and then of course we'll be live at the end of the game on the field, giving you a postgame show. I see you,
Yo, you guys beat the Ravens tonight?
They got to be happy with that.
Yes, we did. It was great.
As an
here,
Eagles
Jim.
fan, hold on, Harry.
Saints lose?
As an Eagles fan,
Hold on, Jim.
are you guys worried that if the Bucs make the playoffs, even if we come to your place, you guys it's going to be a good game? Are you worried?
This is what I'll say. Todd Bowles had our number. However, huge fucking comma, right? Okay. Sirianni, adapt, adjust, and improvise.
All right, brother.
Sirianni.
I'll give you that. All right, you guys, good game today.
Big win today. The Sports Web on YouTube. He's happy
Fly, Eagles,
about it.
fly.
I'll give him.
How many rings you got again?
Yeah,
How many rings you got again? Just
They
curious.
got one. They got one.
We got one.
There you go. Just one. Okay.
But yep.
He's just Giants.
4 to
fan
1.
now.
4 to 1.
Yeah.
4 to 1.
We got Saquon, motherfuckers.
Good.
Yo.
Good luck with that contract.
Oh.
Good luck with that contract at the end of it, man. When you're
Uh,
paying him when he's 30 years old. Good luck.
all right.
Woo, he's high-fiving with the guy back there. Andrew, I'll give you $100 to go out there and go smack him in the parking lot.
I'll give you 50
Don't
bucks
be
to
no
help back that
smacking
up.
on the sports web.
Yes.
We will talk some smack
That's
talk on
actually the
here.
sports web.
Yes, it is the sports web. After the after
That's
show
the after
there.
party.
After party. All right. Let's continue to read comments. I turned off the TV. Shame on you, Bucs fans. And I've seen that.
Ouch.
A lot of people, a lot of Bucs fans have inboxed me. I turned off the TV. The Bucs lost. Never give up on this team because they haven't given up on Todd Bowles. Let's go out to you. Yours true, Bigga. They pulled it out. Wasn't pretty, but we'll take it. Absolutely.
They know how to pull out.
They did. Thank you very much. Cam, I called it. Baker's going to get injured one of these games. He's too physical. Physical quarterbacks always get hurt. Let's go back to that. It looks like he takes an ankle injury there, goes out of the
Jadeveon
game.
Clowney stepped right on an ankle. I mean, you got to give Baker. I'm telling you what, Baker Mayfield in the morning, if he's not taking some serious treatment to that over at One Buck Place, the Advent Health Training Facility tomorrow, I'd be surprised. That ankle got stepped on.
And even with saying that, here you see him on a scramble. I mean, this guy, as Ray Kennedy would say, is a dog. Will continue to play through injury no matter what happens. So talk about Baker Mayfield. Not necessarily the greatest performance. Again, 2 reckless throws. You can't continue to do that. But once again, Baker's able to throw touchdowns in this game and make it happen when it counts.
Well, I'll tell you, man. I mean, Baker's, a couple of people called Baker. I remember Phil Simms and a guy named Jim McMahon. They get rolled up on their ankle, and they were always told to take some dirt and rub on it and get back out there and play. That is exactly who Baker Mayfield is. Baker's going to bake. It isn't going to be pretty every single day. He's not going to throw 5 touchdown passes every single game. He's going to give you a couple of picks. But what you will get from Baker Mayfield is heart. Don't worry about moving forward. The guy's going to be fine.
Yeah, the guy's going to be fine.
And
And
you
we'll-
take that away from him. You take that part of it, that heart out of his game, you might as well just bench him because that's part of who he is. It's part of his personality and
Right.
what gets him going.
Well,
So
hey-
you take that away, then you might as well book Kyle Traskett.
Well, easy now. I feel
saying.
that.
I'm just
But here's
saying.
what I'm saying. Baker Mayfield did not put on that MVP.
Who does?
performance
Hold
we
on,
talked about.
Andrew. Who does he remind you of? Previous quarterbacks. I mean, I just named 2 of them. I mean, doesn't that kind of fit the persona?
Like a Jim McMahon.
I mean, honestly, it's
I
just
gotta
like a
be
Phil
honest,
Simms
I'm
and a
just
Jim
young enough
McMahon.
where I wasn't enough to watch the Jim McMahon era, really. I mean, being that I grew up a Giants fan, I did watch the Phil Simms. So, being a Bears fan, obviously, you can speak more to the Jim McMahon. But the interesting part about the Phil Simms analogy you gave is anybody who might remember way back, now we're talking like the late 70s, early 80s, Phil Simms was benched multiple times. Bill Parcells did not want to play him even.
Right.
And he kind of just kept going back to him because that was the option he had.
Yeah.
And eventually he learned how to win in the NFL. I wonder, maybe is this now that era now for Baker where he's kind of learning to win in the NFL? You don't have to have a pretty game every single game.
Yes.
You have to make the throw when it counts. You have to make the play when it counts.
Drive
And
him
that
down.
Run, that run of
Yes.
his. Guys, if you didn't watch that run, goddamn, this guy's got heart. There's
Yeah.
something wrong with you point play if you're watching that game. You didn't see that.
Well, that's the point I was going to make. He
Oh,
did
yeah,
not have
without
an
question.
MVP. He did not have an MVP. If we were making and you guys go back and watch the pregame. If you didn't watch us here on the sports web or in the sports web, we were talking about Baker Mayfield. The fact that his numbers in 2024 put him up in the top echelon, if you will, on MVP talk. Today's performance, the numbers did not match those MVP type numbers, but that heart, that drive, that dog in Baker Mayfield. Would you want anyone else at Buccaneers quarterback right now? I absolutely say no way.
No. All right, let's go back out to the comments here. Cam says Bucs should have the game before overtime. It's the Panthers, but once again, a win is a win in the National Football League. Megan says pulled it out, finally got an OT win, so we got to play
Yes.
this. Victory! There you go, right
That's
there.
important. Pulling it, that's important.
It is important.
It is.
Ain't no Monday like Victory Monday. Victory! I always love that. Let's go out to Ray Kennedy. No. Cam says Joe. Okay, I'm not going to go
Did I
there.
comment?
Bring that up. Bring that up.
Wait, did I comment? Was that me?
No.
Any
that's-
other than Bulls? Hang on, and I got the second best comment of the night. You ready?
Let's go for it. Yes.
Cameron Decker says, "Oh, sorry, The Giants hat is equivalent to a 50-year-old man wearing a Speedo at the beach. Oh! Hey, Cameron, hold on. And if I might add, hold on, Cameron, my boy who's wearing that Giants hat over there, let me be really clear. He's about 6'7" and stop a mud hole in your ass.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I'm not gonna follow that one up.
All right, let's go out to
Great.
Sean.
That's a good comment, though, Cameron. I like that one.
This game should have never been that close. This soft coverage defense is costing us too much. Bryce shouldn't have done half of that. We talked about it.
He played good, man. No, that's not fair. That's not fair. Don't pile up on that guy. That guy was the number 1 overall draft pick. We all laughed about it because he's 4'0". Okay. I mean, he hasn't had that good of a career, but I'll tell you what, he is playing a lot better. Let me tell you something. Carolina showed up to play today. That game shouldn't have been as close as it was, or should it have been? I'm going to give everybody a little narrative for the next show. Are they as good or not? I don't know. They're that good, but we're going to talk about that later on. Andrew, it's like what came first, the chicken or the egg? Did Carolina come to play? Is Carolina that good? Or are they not that good? Which is it, buddy?
Well, it all boils down to how good you really think that Bryce Young is now. Is he improved? Is he going through just a stretch of playing bad defenses like the Giants, like now the Bucs? You know, you got to see him against a better defense. You can even sit there and say with the Chiefs, okay, he played a game against the Chiefs. The Chiefs play everybody close. I feel like they can play a Pop Warner team and win by a field goal. Yeah. That's what happens. They win by a field goal every damn game. So I want to see a little more of this before I get into the Bryce Young corner. He's turning around. He's doing good things now. But, you know, again, very good game by him. And, again, I'll say it again. This is a game the Panthers lost much more than the Bucs won.
But you saw it, though. You saw it, though. Going into overtime, you saw the
entire – That's a good point.
Well, the entire sideline, all the other 52 guys were coming by and giving Bryce the high fives because they were on board with this kid. So the benching of him earlier in the season and then letting him go these last few games, I mean, let's give credit to Dave Canales. He not only had this Panthers team ready to play today, but he seems to be doing a pretty damn good job as the head coach of the Carolina Panthers, a team that was in complete disarray for like 5 years because Tepper, their owner, and then Matt Rule, they were making some bad decisions. They're going in the right direction, which means the Buccaneers have to play him that much more seriously.
I'm going to go one more step on that. Let's give credit to Bryce Young because a lot of people, if they get benched in this profession, they're done. Their personality, they can't deal with it at all.
Yes.
You know, it just kills their confidence.
And not a number 1 overall pick.
Not if you're making $20 million.
Not a number 1. And if you play for the Bears, well, no, wait a minute. They kind of proved that wrong now. They got rid of a head coach finally. But no, seriously, not when you're a number 1 overall pick. It just does not happen that way. They're going to give you a chance to come back to be able to prove it. They can't have that much egg on their face. I mean, come on, guys. Let's be real. Let's look exactly what Carolina had to do to get Bryce Young. Seriously. Yes. If they were to just bench that kid and completely put him to the side, they may have sold the team, packed it all up, and moved it to a different city. Seriously.
They had to play him again, but what I'm saying is for him to come back and improve. Correct. That's what I'm saying. That shows
he improved.
That shows a lot of character. Not everybody has that.
He improved.
And we always talk about that. When you draft a franchise quarterback, it's not when you're winning, it's when you're losing. You face that adversity. If you're able to face that adverse situation and come back from it, then you have a franchise quarterback. And then furthermore, hearing everybody here, Ray and Andrew, live here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television from Fergs, you know, C.J. Stroud has been tremendous. Jaden Daniels has been tremendous. So the pressure is on Young, and the pressure is on the Carolina Panthers and their owner to get the pick right. And everybody was saying they didn't get the pick right. Well, Young, the last couple of games, has performed well. Now let's see if we can carry it over. Here, I know you want to get that point out, but let's save that point real quick. Let's go out to Cole here, CSB brother. Welcome to the Evolution after the Bucs win in overtime 26-23 over the Carolina Panthers.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna charge the Bucs for my cardiac bill. My heart doctor, man. This team is giving me a heart attack almost. I tell you what, here's the deal. This Carolina Panthers team reminded me of the Bucs in Creamsicle, how they would get down and they would do a great job offensively and then kick field goals. And then all we had to do was get a touchdown to lead. And then they would just get the lead just long enough for the other team to tie the ball game up. And this is how the creamsicle would lose. We'd look good, but always be good for 6 wins. I'm so glad to be on the other side of this. This is one of the best games I've ever seen, and I'm just glad I lived through it.
Brother, who is this?
Oh, this is Cole.
Cole, let me tell you why I agree with you 100%, because I looked at Peter toward the end of this game, and I was like, I go to 2020 with Tom Brady and COVID and the Super Bowl 30 or 55. I go to every game in between. This game, for some reason tonight, the way this Buccaneers team overcame this overtime victory and beat this Panthers team, as what you can dismiss them as they're the Panthers, they suck, whatever. This was the best, the most thrilling game. We had so many Bucs fans that were lined up. Peter, tell them about how many Bucs fans were here lined up.
Yeah.
We were going crazy.
Yes, there was all kinds of Bucs fans. They had DJ Hurricane
Going
screaming
crazy.
Tampa Bay. I mean,
Fergs was going crazy on this
there
victory.
was electricity here tonight, and there was a lot of concern
I bet.
Yes.
when the Panthers get up 16-10 at that point.
Well, that's why I agree with Cole that this, as much as this victory, an overtime victory by 3 points of the Panthers, we'll see how the season plays out. But I agree with you. This victory tonight was so thrilling. I don't even know what to say.
Well, here's the thing. This victory is going to pay dividends later down the road. I mean, I know we're 6-6 and okay, whatever. But we're tied for the lead in the division.
Yes.
Now, granted, we got to get one more win because we screwed the bed we crapped the bed with Atlanta earlier. But this is going to pay dividends later on in the year. Because we're gonna know, like when we're way down and the breaks are beating the boys, as the old saying says. I mean, like that's when the team's gonna say no. We beat Carolina when we had less chance of winning than this.
That was Newt Rockney, by the way.
Well, listen,
He's still a little Newt Rockney
he
in there.
is,
Yes.
and it
Yes.
gives you a little.
Yes.
It gives you an opportunity to stay in this race because if you lose, with Atlanta losing there, Atlanta's still up by 2 games. So now that you guys are tied, and Atlanta's going in the down direction. It's the momentum of sports. Atlanta right now not playing good football. Kirk Cousins doesn't have the confidence. This Bucs team, they have the confidence right now. Again, it snowballs.
Peter, it's not that they're playing bad football. They're just getting outplayed.
Yeah.
Atlanta is playing to the best of their capability. Let me be very clear on that. They're not making a lot of mistakes. Bijan Robinson is being Bijan Robinson. He's running between the tackles. He's playing very good football. Someone alluded and made actually a statement. It's not even alluding, in fact. They made a statement that they don't know if they have an identity, whether they're a running team or they're a passing team. Atlanta's just getting outplayed. Big difference. Big difference.
Well, besides today with Kirk Cousins and his 4 interceptions.
Hey man,
3, 1 for a pick six. I know that.
And you know what? And you still had a chance to win even with the 4 interceptions.
True.
Those are the games you're going to get. Hey, we could say the same thing about one Baker Mayfield, who has done that before in the past, where he's tossed a whole bunch of interceptions and tried to give the game away.
Today,
but something.
Today we should have won. We should have lost that game 2 or 3 times.
But what's the difference?
Well, you did. Shoulda. Coulda, woulda. And you know what almost only counts in horseshoes
and
hand grenades, and hold on, there's one more, and shit fights. Those are the 3 things that almost only counts in. And I'll keep it clean. But, that's not fair to say that Atlanta is regressing. They're not really regressing. They're just getting a little bit outplayed. There's a big difference. And Tampa is the better team in this division.
We have the better schedule going forward. These teams are beatable. Every single
and
one
if you
of them,
talk to some of
including the Chargers.
I like that. Yes.
Hang on. And if you talk to a lot of fans that are out there, including one moron that called into the show last week, pardon my pun, but I can say it, who was saying, it was just the Giants. You can't play but whoever's on your schedule, okay? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the softest schedule from here to the end of the season, okay? Bar none. They have the softest schedule. If they don't win out, or at least win and maybe lose only 1 game, they have a real good chance of making it to the postseason.
Well, I'll tell you right now. Right now, if that Panthers game, the second to last game, game 16, week 16 of this 2024 season, if that game tomorrow morning by 10 a.m. isn't sold out, then Bucs fans, I'm calling you guys out as soft because you guys saw what the Bucs had to do to beat the Panthers at their place today. They're coming to our place in week 16. Yes, it's better show up and show out there. And don't be selling those tickets to Panthers fans. Show up, rock it, and let the Bucs know that you care about the fact that they're going to beat these Panthers for 2 consecutive games and get in the playoffs in 2024.
And do not sell your tickets to Raider fans next week either.
There you go, Cole.
Thank you very much right there.
All right, I'm going to talk to you guys later.
All right, appreciate
Take care,
the
Cole. Good call.
Open phone line. Use that second call if you want to. If you haven't gotten in on the phone lines, you should. After the Bucs, third time's the charm in overtime. Defeat the Carolina Panthers 26-23. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Again, over phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Your Rolex report along with Best of the Bay, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy right there. The Giant Goofball, Mr. Andrew Davis. Of course, he's got
the Movado reporter.
The Movado right there, reporter. Fitbit, and then you also got Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. Would you shut up?
Hey guys, I'm the holy handicapper.
Holy handicapper.
Holy handicapper. There it is. You see the
All
hole?
right. So let's go out to the webheads here. It's a W. Okay, Atlanta lost. Tim says, "Wow, was not happy at the end of the first half. That's why you let it play out. Needed that W, and I'm going to come full screen. I told you, Bucs fans, it's not how you start." It's how you finish. And if you do what you need to do and play your type of ball, then everybody else is finished, including the Carolina Panthers. There you go. That's words of advice right there. All right, let's go out to Cam. Bucs looking good in games against crappy teams, Giants, Panthers. Who's next? The Raiders. Again, you play your schedule, Cam. You're a troll. That's what you do, and we're used to it here. And we're used to it.
This guy sucks.
And we're used to it again. And we're used to it again. There you go. Yes, I'll give him that too. Yes.
I have a question. It's actually probably more of a comment. Why is everybody so down on Todd Bowles? Do we actually even? I mean, in this part of the season,
ask this question again. Yes.
Hold on. How many injuries are on this defense right now? Just kind of curiosity. Is this secondary cooking? No,
we got third string linebackers playing. We've got fifth string.
I'm just throwing it out there, okay? Because I've been listening. Oh, he's so predictable on fourth down, or he's so predictable on 3rd and 2, or whatever the case is. When you don't have your dogs playing linebacker or your safety position, believe me when I tell you, you'd rather keep it in front of you. As long as you're not giving up the 7 behind you, it's okay to keep everything in front of you. You can tighten up. It's the old John Robinson, back from the 70s and the 80s, the Rams head coach. It was his philosophy. He's the one who actually invented the term bend, but don't break. But, man, let's stop with the firing of Todd Bowles. Seriously. I mean, let's just stop with that. The guy is not a defensive genius one week, and then the next week he's not. It just doesn't happen that way. So
yeah,
I'm just throwing that out there.
I think Todd Bowles would agree. It's exciting. It is. And you know what else it is? Victory! There you go. Bucs are 6-6 after they defeat the Carolina Panthers 26-23 in overtime. Let's continue to read the comments here. Mr. Michael Hulk, what a nasty win, a needed win. That's a problem with the defensive coaching. We can't be competitive with a team like this with short wins. Baker is the answer. Bowles is not. Again,
hey, look, man, I'll never tell somebody how they can feel. Okay, I understand. I'm seeing what they're seeing. All I'm saying is, hey, man, you got to really look at the big picture. And the picture right now is this defense is not 100. It hasn't been 100 all year long.
Agree. And, again, you lose Whitehead. You lose Edwards in this game. Tyke Smith is not playing. The defense overall for the entire – and then Savasier Dennis. That is a major injury because he was starting to solidify that defense, especially in that Lions game with him being out as a linebacker. You really don't have anybody. You just have guys, KJ, Britt, Russell.
Well, the thing is, I'll go ahead and I'll say this. Bucs fans out there, those of you who want Todd Bowles fired, I respect you because you're part of the evolution. It's what we're doing here.
Right.
But you ask Dan Campbell, you ask Jim Harbaugh or John Harbaugh, you ask anybody if they want to face this Todd Bowles defense or this.
You can't
Todd
ask Eberflus, though.
You can't ask Eberflus.
Them. You want to ask Nick Sirianni if he wants to face it?
I asked the Eagles fan. You guys want to see the Bucs in the postseason, even in your place?
Right.
And they're like, oh well, you guys got, you beat us here. No. At the end of the day, this is still one of the best teams in the entire National Football League, and it's because Todd Bowles is your head coach and your defensive coordinator.
And it's because the players continue to play for him. They have not
Boom.
given up on him.
Yes.
Even though they had a bad effort, I get it. They were sleepwalking for the majority of the game. They find a way to play for Bowles. They have not given up on this coach for the last 2 years. He was on the hot seat supposedly last year when they were 4-7.
Then why is Caleb Williams not our quarterback right now? Because we were going to go 2-15 and draft Caleb in the first round.
Exactly.
Hold on. I'm going to bring up another comment real quick because this is all parrot of what we're talking about. Your True Bigga says, but Carlton Davis is looking pretty good in Detroit. Makes you wonder, was it the scheme? Let me go ahead and answer this. You don't have to go full screen.
Okay.
Full screen. No, it isn't the scheme. Have you really looked at Detroit secondary? Really? Their corners look pretty decent. Those safeties are horrid right now. Horrid. They couldn't cover you and me if we were lined up in the X and Y. I'm not kidding you. It is not really good. Does Carlton Davis look good in there? No. No, he doesn't. Not from the tape that I've been watching from Detroit.
Yeah.
That's because there's other problems with it. Their front four has been hurt. You got no Adam Hutchinson. You're missing who's the other linebacker and the other defensive end that's missing on Detroit. But when you don't get that pass rush, your secondary doesn't look as good. So to answer your question, no, it doesn't. He actually looked better as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer when fully healthy.
Well,
Let's
the irony
really
is,
make that
stay
clear.
healthy. When he could stay healthy.
And the
That's
irony
big
is,
thing.
as you talk about a Detroit defense that's got injuries, their offense is carrying them, except for against what's the one loss Detroit has this week against the Detroit's 11-1.
Hold on a sec. Hold on.
Oh, the Bucs.
Bucs.
We beat them.
Yes.
Because our defense was able to hold that offense in check, which kept that Detroit Lions team in check at their house.
Yes. And
Bring
oh,
him
by
back.
the way, Zion McCollum had an interception. He's been the replacement. And I definitely think he's outplayed Carlton Davis for the Lions. Love Carlton Davis, but couldn't stay healthy. Inconsistent player. Zion McCollum.
Here comes my comment of the night. Mr.
Okay.
Cameron
Let's see it.
Decker.
Let's see it.
The Bucs secondary is basically the Biden administration.
Wow.
Always political, Cam Decker. Yeah.
I didn't say it. Cam did.
Yeah. All right.
That was a good one, Cam.
Let's go.
I love you, brother.
Yeah, that's good.
Wait, you like that?
I like that he's encouraging trolls. I think
Okay.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. All right, KR
Me?
says, happy holidays, buddy. What a gritty win. Bulls almost lost it with some of the coaching there. Baker was gritty, even though he wasn't his best today. Go Bucs. Michael says, especially a close game like this, but they figured out a way to win a close game. Hope Bucky is okay.
Hi, Megan.
Megan, thanks a lot for the comment. Russ says draft a couple linebackers. I don't care about the draft right now. You got to go with what you got. But yes, that is a big time need.
I care about the draft right now.
I know you care about the draft.
Giants
right
fans
now.
been caring about the draft since
If you're
week
out
3.
in the freaking playoff picture, you start talking about the draft. I don't want to talk about the draft at this point.
Let's talk about the draft.
Let's talk about the draft. All right, Sean says, I get it. It is a win, but you should have lost that game if field goals weren't missed. Yeah, but they missed. They got an
Shoulda,
or the
coulda, woulda.
All right.
We do have the queen.
But you know what?
Yes.
At the end of the day, tomorrow, guess what? It still shows.
Bucs are tied.
Is that a
NFC
W?
South.
No, it's a W. It's a W, right? A W.
It's a W. There you go.
Oh, hang on. Can you give me the Jameis Winston W, anybody?
Here we go.
Are you eating a W?
I
There you go.
There you go.
You know what's one stat I haven't seen anybody really talk about? The fact the Bucs were 2 of 12 on third down conversions.
Yes.
Today. That's a little scary.
Yeah.
That's
And only got 1 sack, and you were still good enough to win. Anybody want to keep throwing it at me? I'll keep throwing it back at you. But
It
they
was
still
funny,
won the
though.
game.
It was almost like the Panthers are coached by an offensive type of coach who would understand the Buccaneers' offense and what they've been doing successfully on third down in 2024.
I wonder how they got that
You
information.
guys were saying the whole show that it's a different offense.
It's not a different offense.
I thought it was definitely different.
They're using more zone blocking to get a running game going.
Either you're using Dave Canales' old offense or you're not.
We're not using Dave Canales. Dave Canales'
Dave
offense is
Canales
fluid.
doesn't know jack coming into this game. He just knows the people and
The
what
Bills,
they like.
the Bills are up 14-0
Yeah,
now. on
No,
Monday.
14-3.
14-3.
14-3.
right
Okay.
there. It may be
McCaffrey
Buffalo's
flexed
year.
and got 3 points. The fact of the matter is, another NFC team's
They
going to
just
lose.
went for 80
as the
yards
Bucs
for a
win.
run. 80-yard
There you
run.
go.
80
And
yards.
the Buccaneers won today. So let's let that wild card play off. And if we can't win the NFC
Playoffs!
South playoffs, we're going to get that wild card. At the end of the day, you tell me one effing team in this league that wants to play this Buccaneers team in the postseason. I'll say it's 0.
No, well, that's correct because you're going to get healthier there. You would think defensively, and then on top of it, you have the experience factor. You have guys that have been in playoff situations
done
and have
that.
won Super Bowls. And once again, people with Todd Bowles wanting him fired He's a defensive coordinator that won you a Super Bowl. I get it. The zone defense, it's maddening. I get it. The broken tackles, which coaching can't do anything about. I get it. The clock management situations. But if you get there, what you got to do is get there. If you can get there, if you can win the division, you get that home playoff game, that's huge. Because I'm looking at it, who would you face if you get that 4 seed, Harry? Right now, would it be Washington? Who would it be? I mean, it needs to be determined, but you're going to get a favorable matchup, even with the Washington team that's been hot.
I don't know, Pete.
No,
I really don't know yet.
You want Washington, actually. If you look at their schedule and their wins and losses, they just beat bad teams. They lose to every single good team they face.
Yeah, and you also got a rookie quarterback that the Bucs disposed of quite easily. Let's go out to the phone lines.
In his first game ever.
Did I say that, exposed?
Yeah, in his first game, yeah.
Disposed.
I said disposed of. All right.
You did not take his clothes off on the stadium.
Will you shut up and be
You're the one who exposed him. You're the one who exposed him. And why is it, here comes the money?
I have no idea.
The money shot over here.
Whoa. Let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Hey, Peter. It's Abraham. I spoke to you on the JP Peterson show. This was a great win. Hi, Ray.
What's
How
up,
you doing,
brother?
buddy?
Good, Abraham. How you doing, brother?
So let's just build on this win and stay positive. I just like the fact that this team faced so much adversity today and throughout the season, and we're just finding a way to win. That's all I got to say,
brother.
That's it.
That said it all.
Anything else?
That's it, man. You guys doing a great job.
All right, man.
Abraham,
Appreciate
thank you,
Good
brother.
Stuff
Great
there.
call, Abraham.
All right.
And again, the show is brought to you by Miracle Ear.
Miracle Ear.
Still working better than
Hey,
mine?
why do you think I'm here?
Whatever.
You
missed out.
You better have a fireplace going here when I get home in a minute. 'Cause I got a beer
Actually,
upstairs.
I do. Make sure you come over.
I'll be there.
What about Nuts on Fire? What's going on?
Wait, whose nuts are roasted by an open
I
fire?
don't think I want to know now.
My nuts roasting on an open fire.
I think
I don't know if
absolutely.
Jack Frost is actually just nipping at the nose here.
Wait, 12.
It's cold outside.
Wait,
Okay,
12.
you ever see the South Park version of that with Bill Cosby?
Yes.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry. I know it's wrong, but it's hilarious.
11 Lords of Leap, and 10 Ladies Dance, and 8 Maids of Milk, and 7 Swans of Swim. I got this.
Todd Bulls.
Oh my God, Cameron Decker is on an absolute roll.
Are we doing cream
Peter,
sauce?
can you please take this guy's Giants hat off and replace it with the Bucs hat?
No.
And here's a good one.
No.
And by the way, I don't know, Cameron, I know a guy that's about 55 years old that's going to be whipping some ass here. Ray, I have a fireplace waiting for you. And hang on. And is Ray still single and into dudes that love the Bucs as much as he does? Cameron, I know, buddy. It's in my heart.
Call me, Cameron.
Now is
Cameron, I don't know who Cameron is, but brother, you got a free oil change. It's at the local Tires Plus at 9th and 9th, and just ask for Andrew Davis. Trust me, he's got an oil change.
Yo, Harry, you can
not.
give Cameron a free tires change. I'm going to give Cameron a free lube job. Cameron, give me a call.
Oh my God.
No.
All right, as we just got cut off.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go back out here. Tulio says Fire Bowls. Christopher
Fire
Cole,
Bowls.
a win is a win. Like I always say, gritty, not pretty. Love it.
Yes.
Finally, someone that made the show smarter. Christopher Cole.
Why do you always say gritty, not pretty? I'm just curious.
No, that's what
You said I always say it.
No, Christopher says that.
Christopher Cole does.
He always says that.
Okay.
Christopher
You
knows,
always say
he
it.
knows more than we'll forget.
Yeah.
Trust me.
A win is a win. Just shaking my head with this one. Rick, I'll take the W any way it comes. Cam says Fire Bulls again. The Bears ex-head coach better than Bulls. Russ, not rocket.
Are you sure now? Hold on, because those timeouts, they're pretty valuable.
They are.
Yo, timeout.
They are.
Well, they're still
Timeout.
having
Hey, that'll cost you $20.
It's like
There you go.
vacation time. You hold on to the end of the year and you let it
It
just
accumulates. It
And
rolls
next thing
over,
you know,
right?
He's gonna have 20 timeouts
Yes.
in the game.
All
Next
right.
thing you know, we got a chance to win this game.
Russ says not rocket science. Need to draft more defense again. Draft talk.
We're talking
Joshua,
draft time here on the Sports Web.
No draft.
No draft.
LFG Bucs. Let's play Harry's favorite sound effect. All right,
God
there
damn.
you go. Cam said,
Trying to kill us here.
Winston eating W's. We peak Bucks career there.
Worse than
Africa
going to Metallica concert over here.
101. Heart Attack City, but we pulled it out. Go Bucs, go Bucs.
Cardiac kids.
Go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucs. There we go. Let's go out to Russ here. Peter, dye that beard black. No, I'm not
He's got the
dyeing
Santa beard going for the holiday. Leave him
You do
alone.
look-
Santa Claus
That's
is
why I wanted
coming.
all
to
night. We're watching this game. I
Right.
wanted to get on his lap and tell him what I wanted for Christmas. I didn't know why.
Why don't you sit in his lap and tell me you went to the Super Bowl for
Funny,
Christmas?
lovely ladies that want to sit on my lap and tell me what they want. For
None of them
Christmas.
do, trust me.
What was
Not
his
a single
name?
one
Be
have come over
quiet.
here.
Not
They're like,
the
who's that handsome man? No one has said that.
Oh, I've heard it. I
Okay.
still want Bulls fired. It wasn't me.
Excuse me, we need some women over here, please, to give a poll. Smash or pass, please. We need a smash or pass over here.
Let's
Right
see.
on.
You know I'm right. I still want Bulls fired.
Don't tempt me, I'll do it.
No.
I know you
Joshua, that one was a roller coaster. Bigga says, I'll admit it. I was jumping on the fire Bulls bandwagon in the fourth quarter. What a game, says Mike COC. Let's go out to Kyle, his brother, Carl. What a win. Shouldn't have been that close, but we found a way to win. Keep our dreams alive. Go Bucs.
Now, is he on Carl's and Hardy's?
Yeah, Kyle, I don't know.
Now I'm
It's
hungry.
getting late. Yeah, the Bucs game, Bills game tonight. It's going to be a fire snow game there. We lost more players. Michael, Bucky, great game. Let's go back out to Bucky Irving here and let's talk about it. 25 carries, 152 yards, 1 touchdown, and once again another explosive run, 43 yards to the open
and let's go ahead and
field.
say this. Now, I don't even know who started tonight. I'm assuming it was Rashad. I'm going to guess that.
Yeah,
But next week versus the Raiders at home, Bucky Irving has to be your number one. He's your RB1.
If he's healthy.
If he's healthy. If he's not, then I get it. But I'm telling you right now, because I'm always about the locker room. Always about
Rashard Wright didn't have a bad game, guys.
No, Rashard
11
didn't
for
have a bad night,
76. Okay,
but-
he actually his yards per carry are actually more than Bucky. He was 7 yards a carry.
I just don't know Harry at the end of the day.
Just throwing it out there.
No, you're right.
And
Maybe I'm wrong.
And a long 38-yard run, but the consistency
They're
factor.
feeding him the ball because right now he is the one-headed monster. Right,
yeah.
I'm serious. The guy really is. But Rashad White, hey man, 7 yards a carry isn't so bad. Let's not get too down on him.
Well, not
I'm
too
not
down
down
on him.
on him.
I think he's more of like
I'm a
you said,
locker room guy.
A change of pace back. It's working right now. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, and then furthermore, Bucky gives you that elusive factor. Not that White's not fast, not that he's not elusive,
No.
but for me, Irving, especially between the tackles, and when he gets out in the space, he can break those tackles.
Because
I mean,
what you got Rashad in the second round in 2022, right?
Yeah.
He came out of Arizona State. You got Bucky in the fourth round in 2024. At the end of the day, it's not who should start over who because of the draft. At the end of the day, you get to for me, it gets to a break point where you're like, okay, it's always about the other 51 or 52 in the room.
Yeah.
And I'm to the point now where Bucky's got this incredible yards per average rush, and he's continuing to do what he does. That if he's healthy, that you got to let the other 51 in the room know that you're going to start 52 over 53 because he's based on his performance. And I think the other 51 in the room would probably agree that Bucky's bringing their best chance on every play.
Yeah, but
No, and that's not quite true, Ray. You can't bring him on every play. And I'm going to tell you why. You know, Andrew and I were sitting there watching, I think it was late in the first quarter or even early in the second quarter. You know, I'm not going to say he's not a three-down back, but in certain situations, he's not a three-down back. He's more electrifying. Now, when you get down in the red zone or you're even down past the 10-yard line, hey, Andrew, you can even comment on it. You and I both remember the play very well. They went to him. They stuffed him. He was stopped after the first hit. He wasn't getting there. Now, it's a different story if you have White and Bucky in the backfield and you're down in that 10-yard line on the opposing team's 10-yard line, because now you can use him in open space as a wide receiver. But to give him the ball to run between the tackles in such short yardage situation, that's not ideal in my book. Andrew?
Wow.
Yeah, no, and honestly, they used them perfect today because if you think about it, the way they did this, Bucky Irving got most of the carries there in the first three quarters. And what happens? You're tired, you're gassed, you're chasing down this guy who's very fast.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, the fourth quarter, when you're tired, you get this bigger, more bruising type of running back coming
Straight
in
runner.
and just smacking you right in the teeth.
Yes.
So what I'm talking about is when they're down by the goal line.
Yep.
That is not an ideal place for Bucky Irving. You do need a bigger back. So yes, I understand what you're saying. I was just kind of splitting hairs.
No,
there.
No, you're right, right.
He should be the goal line back. He should be the short yardage back. That's what he should be for you guys at that point. The change of pace, but also those things specifically at that point. He's also better, I think, at pass protection as well, where sometimes in key plays you might want to put him in there for that, just for that reason as well. That's one of the things that for some reason guys come out of college, they don't necessarily have that skill right off the bat.
Well, that's why for me, I feel like tonight the ball changed. It was like, okay, Rashad's been that guy, done nothing to lose his starting job, but now I've seen Bucky Irving now, and I've seen what this team does to rally around this running back and what he does in the yards per carry. Not putting Rashad down, but now I'm just letting you know from my standpoint, I've always been Rashad White got the start, but now I'm thinking if you're really setting this backfield based on what the other 51 in the room or based on what your offense is thinking, I think that Bucky's gotten to the point where number 7 needs to be RB1 and maybe number 1 needs to be RB2 and your change of pace or your short down back.
And I think it's a good problem to have.
It is a great problem.
And I think a lot of people would second guess Todd, and I know we did. Where's Bucky Irving? Is he hurt? Why is he in there in that time, in that critical time? And White shows you, and Bowles, give credit to where credit is due. Bowles had the decision correctly.
I thought we were firing him.
Right, he's fired.
38 yards for White, and it sets you up.
You know, my daughter, I got to tell you guys.
I'm going to trump his ass.
2 weeks ago, I was going to bed. 2 weeks ago, after the Bucs lost, or 3 weeks ago, we lost to the Niners in overtime. I'm going to bed, and I went, oh my God, I can't believe that people are calling for Todd Bowles to be fired. I went to bed that night. My daughter Rowan, who's the best artist that I know, next to my daughter Kate, who's also an animation artist now in Baltimore.
She made this favorites, by the way.
She made this beautiful sign up for me that says honk if we're ready to fire Todd Bowles. And it's a beautiful sign. It's done in glyphic. It's done all the graphics and it says honk if you think I've been threatening to stand on a corner of Park and 66 with this sign that says honk if we should fire Todd Bowles. Well, the thing is, Harry, I had her make the sign because I couldn't believe.
No, not you, man. Cameron, there's something really wrong with
Cameron.
this guy.
I got that sign, so if we want to call for it, I'll stand on the corner to hold that sign.
I actually got talked about on the Howard Stern show for a very similar thing, but that's going to be an off-air topic at that point. That's not very family-friendly.
Right. Yeah, that's...
No, I mean, serious, actually. I'm not kidding.
Having a highlight for the win, much-needed drink right there.
Wait, did Decker say that?
No, Michael Hulk said that right there. Saluted up. Russ says, no, Falcons had the tiebreaker because they beat us. Yes, but if they lose, which is certainly a possibility because the schedule is harder for them than the Bucs, Russ.
From here on out.
Then the Bucs can take control of that division.
It's
not over with, Bucs fans. Let's go out to Bobby. Yes, sir. Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Let's go!
Go Bucs.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Go Bucs.
WDAE.
Right. Yes. No.
Brought to you by Miracle-Ear.
There you go. Baker didn't have a good game for me fantasy-wise, but Mike Evans made up for it. Let's get that 1,000 yards, baby.
Yes.
Me a fantasy championship. Feed him. Absolutely. We talked about that. Today, I thought that was a big key. They did it early on. A splendid one-handed catch. It looks like a high throw here. Talk about that. Mike Evans with the touchdown there. And for the game, 8 catches for 118 yards, 1 touchdown. Harry the Greek.
I'm watching this play. Sorry.
Okay.
Big play for the Bills.
Okay,
One more time, Peter. Sorry about that. That was a really
Mike
big play
Evans
for the
with
Bills.
a splendid one-handed catch there. Just takes the ball out.
That
of
was
the,
boss.
Out of the.
That was a top 10 play.
$1.18 to game. I mean,
if that's not a top 10 play on ESPN, then I'm not watching ESPN. Wait, no one's watching ESPN anymore because ESPN sucks. Espin? Yeah, what are they? They're like they're a writer. They're a writer for Reddit, right? Because ESPN ain't no ESPN used to be.
ESPN the Ocho.
The Ocho.
The Ocho.
The Ocho.
All right. Bucky says Christopher Cole, Cam. So if we went out, Falcons went out, we don't get into the postseason. It remains to be seen because it's teams ahead of you.
That's why they play the game.
But that's why they play. And Falcons continue to lose, which right now they're on a downturn.
4 in a row, right?
Yes.
Or they've lost 3 in a row with a bye week in there. So, I mean, even if the Falcons aren't going to lose the rest of the games, we'll figure that out. Right now, if you're a Falcons fan, you're going to bed tonight, they're over in Buckhead or Atlanta or wherever you're at, you're thinking the world is coming in because the fact of the matter is the best team in the NFC South, the Buccaneers, won in overtime, and you guys lost today to the Chargers. See how we do against the Chargers in 2 weeks. drop.
There
Mike.
you go. Good stuff. Creed equals Trailer Park.
Whoa,
Pearl
whoa,
Jam.
whoa.
Wait, Creed?
Whoa. Creed's
We're on
good.
a Creed
Creed's
boat?
good.
That girl was here an hour
That was
ago.
it. Well, yeah, we're going back to the comments.
We're behind.
Creed
Okay,
is-
go ahead.
Creed is underrated, okay? I'm sorry. It's
Go ahead.
a very good band.
Yes.
Oh.
Can you take
Creed
me higher?
and Nickelback. They're like right there.
No,
I love them both.
Listen, Nickelback actually has some talent. If you listen to
Nickelback's got some great
that aren't
tunes.
Nickelback. When they do other people's songs, they're much better. I mean, serious. They
Cam-
actually have
Cam-
talent.
Peter won't be single after the show anymore. On that note,
Yes. Give me
The
final
Creed.
thoughts here, Harry.
Harry, I'll be over with the beer. I'll be over with the beer in 20 minutes. Let's end
seriously,
this
bro,
show.
seriously, come
Break
on
out
over.
the
Seriously,
bearskin
anybody
rugs.
wants to come over and hang out? I got food. We got the game. We got the Christmas lights going. I'll
Here
tell
we
you
go.
what, it was a really great time. I'll tell you, I had a blast doing the pregame show with you guys, Peter, Andrew, and oh yeah, Ray, my buddy. Sorry about that. I wasn't trying to forget you there. I'll tell you what, without you guys, this show doesn't move forward. And Andrew's right. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you hit it on YouTube, X, and whatever other million platform that Peter decides to put this on. But you know what? Another great win by the Buccaneers. It was ugly, but it counts because tomorrow morning, ladies and gentlemen, your first place Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are tied with the Atlanta Falcons, you can't ask for anything more than that.
Victory Monday.
Anyway, as I always say, keep your bets
I'm gonna
keep
make
your
a
bets
deal.
low and your returns high. Gentlemen, have a good night. Much love. We'll talk to you later.
Wait, Harry,
I'll
hold
see you
on.
when
I'm
you
gonna
get
make
over
I'm gonna make a deal right now, actually,
we
real
go.
quick, okay? The next girl that passes by without a man on her shoulder, because I'm not trying to be that guy to like break up happy homes here. If someone does a super chat here for the Sports Web on YouTube of $20 or more, I will go ahead and play a smash or pass game with Peter here. I'm just saying, I will do it. I will do it. But we gotta get the super chat. We gotta get the super chat going.
All right, super chats. There you,
You know, I might have to like hang out for this one.
All right. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper.
Smash or grab. She'll look at Peter and go, "Come here, Ray."
Smash and grab. That sounds like Peter's love life for the last 2 years. Smash and grab.
Smash and grab is a robbery. Smash or pass is the complete.
You know, I have a question, and the first comment that tells me I'm going to have a little sippy sip, and I do really like my bourbons.
Stop.
I have Woodford. I have a Woodford Reserve Double Oak. I have Peerless Oak, and I also have Eagle Rare. Please, someone just tell me what I should go ahead and have this evening after a nice Buccaneer win.
I don't know what you should have.
Woodford Reserve.
Okay,
Yes.
have that.
It's the cheapest one too, so I guess it was a cheap win. I'll take the Woodford.
Exactly. That's what
All
I was
right,
going with.
there you go.
It was a good one, but it was a cheap one.
It was, and we'll take
the
it.
Woodford Reserve.
Family's in the background, so I'm going to
my
try
marriage.
to wrap this car. This,
Maybe we should start
this show
doing
up.
that. Let's have a shot based on how the game goes.
You know, the stash just said something. Hold on. Why not? Hang on. All three, and how good is the Eagle?
There you go. How good is that eagle right there?
Oh, come over here.
We're
Here's
on
your
the-
super chat.
Wheel.
Yo, what's up, man? What you guys got?
I like this one. Hey, Cameron,
What you got, Will?
Cameron, the next time I go out and do a live remote, hold on.
We're in 10 different states. We're out of Denver. I came down from Indiana, right?
He
So
looks
we're
like
trying
a
to
Wheel
open
of
up
Fortune,
St.
dude.
Petersburg, Tampa, right?
Piece,
We win
Vanna
games.
White.
We're an affiliate company. We promote different like social casino games, slots, blackjack, roulette, sports betting. Oh, my name's Lavore. Oh, we win games.
We win games.
We win games. There you
Brother,
go.
we got you.
Like
All right.
like
have
the
a good
Bucs.
evening.
Like the Bucs.
Like the Bucs.
We're
Like the
Sports
Bucs.
Web.
There you go.
The Bucs win
Sports Web. We're here.
The
Sports
Sports
Web.
Web on
Tell the guy to
Sports
keep
Web.
walking. You got a sports handicapper.
Take care, brother.
Yeah,
Nice
that's
to meet
it.
When
you.
they
All
send
right,
eight girls
man.
over here, we're gonna play smash or pass later with this gentleman here.
Smash
Hang
or
on,
pass.
wait a minute. Cameron just said the first girl you stop and ask smash or pass is going to say, "Nice try," did he?
Nice try.
How did you know that Peter has a big thing of KY over here?
All right.
I'm going to go have a little Eagle. My boy Stash told me to go ahead and do it, but I think I might take his advice. It might be all three. Ray, I'll see you in a little while. Andrew,
be
if you want to
there.
go ahead and swing by, nice talking to you guys. I had a really good time. I know you guys want to wrap it up. Again, ladies and gentlemen, what a great win for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It wasn't pretty. It was ugly, and just sometimes you got to win that way.
Yep.
You
I'm
gotta
Harry
win.
the Greek. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great evening.
All right, there you go.
right,
Harry the
brother.
Greek out of here. Thank you very much. I know we got plenty of comments here.
I don't see that
Can I-
$20 super chat. It
No.
seems like nobody wants to play.
I had
smash or
him here
pass
too. What was that
I'm just
guy's
saying.
name? He's a
Let's
Colts
see.
fan.
I'm
Bull's
just saying.
lack of adjustments hurts us at times. Can I get an LFG?
Yes.
Let's go out to Bigga. Yeah, Thielen catch definitely. Sports Center. Jeff, thank you, Anthony Nelson, for saving our season for potentially making the
That was
playoffs.
Eric White made that point, and that was a good point.
Okay.
Anthony Nelson saved that season for us. I mean,
All
if
right.
it wasn't for that play right there, that game was over, right? They make that field goal, we lose.
The Greek says something's missing here. We appreciate
He
you
said,
coming
"It's
on.
assisting." It's
Rashad
assisting.
is running back
Sis-
one,
sis-
still
sis-
like
Sicilian?
Bucky. I don't know what you said. Bigga, well done is one of my all-time favorite Bucks, but don't forget we had Muscle Hamster, Doug Martin, but Bucky is the best since. Michael, we have the run team we needed for a long time. Loving it. Keep it the way it is. Don't lose the locker room. Jaden, how do we keep forgiving the sins of this defense? Play calling. I think it's a good question. I mean, there are times where this defense definitely breaks down. Todd Bowles, play calling has been under fire for this.
This is a donut defense. There's a big hole in the middle, and it's wide open.
And here's the thing. The other 53 on that sideline, they're paid just like our 53 are. They're going to figure out a way to try to beat this defense. It just so happens the way to beat this defense is across the middle on the short intermediates, and that's what happened to be little Bryce Young's what he got off on today. The fact of the matter is, keep it in front of you, not behind you. The Bucs defense did that today. They had a lot of field goals. They had a lot of missed field goals, but the Bucs win this game in overtime, and that's what you're supposed to do, win these
Again,
games.
What did you say pregame? You said we're better than this team at every single position, including kicker.
Kicker, yes.
Guess what?
And
That
luckily
got
today.
proven. And I'm so glad that McLaughlin got a chance to get a second one as well. A second kick after getting that first botch snap there at that point.
Yes, it was a bad
That's
snap.
nice that he got the chance to redeem himself because that wasn't his fault. On the stat line, that'll show his fault. That was a botched snap at that point.
The guy got it down in time,
know.
but the snap, the kicker's watching that. He's literally, the snap is bad. He takes his timing off, pulls it left. It happens.
But listen, he kept his cool. He didn't go all Ray Finkel on us at that point. And
Finkel laces out. Laces out.
Hubbard felt like a bum after that fumble. Let's
No
go on
word
to
if he's running
Russ.
for police chief anytime soon.
That's true. Bucky's only 5'9". He gets through holes that don't exist. He can cut on a
Holes
dime.
that don't exist.
There you go. Jesus says, "Go
Saw a movie of
Bucks!
that
Go
one time.
Bucks!"
Go Bucs!
Go Bucks, baby.
I did see a movie of that one time called Holes That Don't Exist.
All right. Russ says, "I bet Falcons lose to the Vikings
Crazy
next
trailer.
week. Baker will get hurt right as we clinch the playoffs.
There's clinching in that movie too.
We will lose with Trask." Oh my God!
It's been a long day.
Russ, Buffalo game will be fun. I think your mic knocked out there. I don't know what happened.
I think you muted me. I think Peter
I
got mad at
definitely
me.
didn't. Yours true, Bigga. The pressure is on Atlanta now.
Yes, it is.
Peter H. Blake, we need another quarterback. Michael says Harry did say it was going to be close. He did.
He
KR, laughed my ass off. Kyle trash. That was funny. KR, Atlanta better hope Cousins gets right, but they're going to have some tough games left. Bigga says wasn't evidence there.
Wasn't definitive evidence to overturn
Yes.
Thielen's touchdown.
I cannot talk
Also, we're
right
still
now.
waiting for that
thing
$20
is-
super chat, by the way. We're still waiting
Yeah,
for that
super chat.
I'm gonna
Hey,
keep bringing it
somebody
up. I will do
super
it.
chats right now. I will moon this.
No, that's not. We're not trying to get him kicked off of YouTube.
Carolina
That's
is
right.
starting to come
Did that
into
get
their
kicked
own.
off?
The team is young talent.
But
There
the
will be a
OnlyFans will
forcing
keep
couple
us.
of years. Will you shut up and be quiet?
I think
I'm
you
trying
know
to
me better than
read
that by
the
now. I
comments.
don't shut up and be quiet. God damn it. Can you imagine, what other program is like, hey, we're going to talk. Would you shut up and be quiet now? What kind of podcast would it be if I shut up and be quiet?
That's true.
He's right.
Let me talk. All right.
This is going to be the sign language podcast. Is there a Braille copy?
Oh, God. You're great, Andrew. All right, let's go out to the Green Queen. Congratulations to your Eagles today, Darlene Emanuel. Congrats on the win. My Eagles won too. Bigga says Bucky's draft stock wasn't high due to his size and speed at the combine. Boy, they messed up. Let's
Underwear
see here.
Olympics shouldn't matter. Underwear Olympics shouldn't.
Okay.
I'm going to say this, too. Since no one done the $20 super chat, if any women watching want to play Smash or Pass, feel free to put in the comments section, Smash or Pass for Peter.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Or guys.
We're
I
going
mean,
to get him hooked up. One
At
way or
this
another.
point, it
We're
doesn't
gonna get him
matter.
hooked up. He's looking for a Christmas date.
I'm not reading any more Cam Decker comments at this point. I've only had a defense to go with the team.
Hey, what's going on?
Bucky is the
Buffalo touchdown.
reminds me of Barry Sanders
Whoa,
right
that's a
there.
little extreme. That's a little extreme.
That's a bit much.
Wow,
a bit
coming
much.
in, this was a trap game. We almost fell into it. Lewis
Yes.
again, ugly win, but a win is a win. Bigga. I think Anthony Nelson should get a crack at the starting defensive end. He's been on this team for a while. He has made some key plays over the years. I've always wondered why they don't let him there. Bigga says plus Bowles says he's one of the smartest players on defense. Bigga again, boy, it's snowing in Buffalo, San Francisco game. David says, do y'all think the NFL has figured out Todd Bowles' defense? Because we all know it's 4th and 4, and they're in the shotgun. We're going to run a soft zone, play defense, yards off the ball blitz. One of the safeties drop back our defensive ends into coverage.
I get that, but the problem is the moment Todd Bowles goes with the man-on-man, goes with the tight coverage off the line, is when the other team's offense, the guys that are also paid to play this game, they end up going deep over the top. They go for a 45-yard touchdown, and instead of trying to get a field goal to tie it to go to overtime, you're looking at trying to get a touchdown and try to get to tie or try to win the game with 40 seconds left. So at the end of the day, I get that. Todd Bowles' defense is easy to figure out. We're going to put pressure on them front. We're going to keep it in front of us. We're going to give you stuff underneath. That's just the way this shit is. And if you can't figure that out by now, then you don't know ball.
We're not doing
We got it. We got it.
We did
$20 super
We got a super chat.
We're saving it for next time. I got family here. Well, I got family here.
We need the opinion of a woman here. Is there a woman who can help us?
One next-gen stat they said on the broadcast, the Bucs have a 61% chance of making the playoffs with the win. 30% with the loss, the biggest differential of
I feel
all
like
games
it's false
played today.
advertising if we don't do it at
Will
this
you
point.
shut up?
Again, it's a talking podcast.
I'll accept this win any given Sunday, ugly or not. Let's go out to
Pop
dry
up the
the
super
guy.
chat and give thank you to the super chat.
We will.
What's a super
will the
chat?
Steelers- Well, it's
That's
$20
awesome.
for
That's awesome.
YouTube. Yes, it is.
Can I get a beer?
Whatever. Will the Steelers be a playoff contender? They most likely will be because they won today. Russell Wilson continues.
The
to have
Steelers
a
just
turnaround.
rolled, yes.
And once again, Mike Tomlin. Everybody talks about Mike Tomlin and how he's mediocre, only won one Super Bowl, but continues to get the most out of his players, and they always are consistent.
I saw something today, like 21 years or something like that, where they've been above, because the win today puts them at 9 wins.
Amazing.
Above 500 for like the 22nd season. But I'm wondering, guys, 22nd season above 500.
Yeah.
Todd Bowles, Buccaneers fans, Todd Bowles wouldn't survive that, because at the end of the day, it's all about winning Super Bowls. It's not just about being a good team, because we want to get Todd Bowles fired after every loss.
Right.
I'm like, wow, Mike Tomlin came from the Buccaneers, if you guys remember back far enough.
Yep, and you're certainly right, and the owners feel like he should have probably never got out of the building.
That's why Raheem Morris got his job, because we wanted to find the
Exactly.
next Mike Tomlin.
Exactly. All right, can the Steelers avenge themselves to beat the Browns? Absolutely.
I don't see any yet.
Defense wins games. David says, doesn't Kansas City's defense have the same problem? A lot of injuries, but they find a way. Good point. Carlton Davis is looking pretty good in Detroit. We read that one. Maybe not fired, but take away the play calling from him. Michael, thank you for taking my first comment seriously. I'm here for this content and the discussion and debate. This is what makes you guys great. Thank you for
Yes.
that. We appreciate that. Let's go
Brought
out
to you
Cole
by
here.
Miracle Ear.
Absolutely. I don't care how you feel politically. I'm saying it right now. Anthony Nelson for president. At the very least,
Wait,
he
can
should
I
get the
go
key
ahead?
to the city.
Can we decipher, though? Was that super chat? Was that for the girl thing or for me shooting the moon?
won't
'Cause
hit the
I'll,
button so
I'll
we can
pull
find
that ass
out.
out.
Hold on
Hit the
now.
button.
Abraham, let's build on this win. Keep going.
I will moon
Servette
this. I will.
Withers, I keep
I would
telling
ask for a
people
refund.
not to be so quick to Bowles. Every football game we're in to the very end, a win is a win. Bigga says, is there a chance Godwin could come back for the playoffs?
Yes.
That has definitely been talked about here.
Yes.
Bigga, Green Bay, Minnesota, Seattle, Arizona, Washington are vying for the wild card.
That was
We
a woman.
need the division. We take care of our business. Atlanta is going to give it to us. Michael, Ray needs another IPA. Michael laughing
do.
about that. Trevor, it wasn't pretty, but the job got done
Yes.
today. Bigga, again, I was so glad the Bucs saved their timeouts of the game. Trevor, I
Learn
bought
from
3
the Bears.
packs of Newports after that game. I don't even smoke. That was fun. Trevor, again, Bucky's a friggin' bell cow.
Yes, he
Bigga,
is.
well, he was the running back one. If you base it on Bucky's carries, agree with that. Rashad White, late run, got us over the hump. I'm not reading any more Cam Decker stuff. That's a cool hoodie, Peter.
Unless he gave you the $20 super chat. We don't know who did. We have no clue.
Well, I'm
it's a mystery wrapped up in an enigma smothered in secret sauce.
The Green Queen says that is a cool hoodie, Peter. So she
Boom.
prefers to watch me right now on the Evolution. Just saying.
Because it's
Here
my
I said
hoodie.
No,
Well, it
no,
was my
that's not a
hoodie, but it's
smasher
also-
pass.
Now.
That's not a smasher pass. That's just a cool hoodie.
Okay.
That's
I
true.
still say she's still paying attention. So just
Maybe
She's got good taste.
That's how she does got good
Listen,
taste.
If she's still watching the show,
there's
she
three
does.
guys
She's going to
here.
go from an Eagle fan to a Bucs fan.
There's
There
three
you
guys
go.
here.
There you
Who
go.
knows who
You got to spread your
I
wings
corrupted
sometime.
her.
I'm also
So-
wearing a hoodie.
There you go. Harry, I said the same thing to my
You
friend
are
earlier.
right.
Bucky's not really a short yardage back. He's not too great
Oh,
pass
take it,
protection
Bigga.
either. Bigga, again, Rashad is less consistent between the tackles. David says the real question here is, what do y'all have for dinner? I don't know what we're having for dinner.
what do we have?
chicken.
Hold on.
Chicken.
You got to do the one Cameron one right above that one.
He's skipping Cameron's.
The Greek looks like a koala bear. He's the cuddliest guy on the show.
That was your super chat right there.
Oh my God! If Harry comes on like one day eating eucalyptus plants, I'm gonna be laughing my butt off. I'm just saying.
Or hugging your teeth. Yeah.
Your mic is going out. I don't know
Oh
what's
my
going
God.
on.
I'm going to hold it.
Classic Mike Evans catch, vintage. The stash there.
That wasn't classic. That was epic.
Yes.
That was an epic catch.
The stash of Tampa Bay, Bucs 500 in spite of Bulls, not because of him. Same as last year. It's going to be the players that rally themselves into division win. Not his coaching. He's a great guy, but his 4 and 2 minute defense is bad. Let's go out to Jamie. It wasn't for Anthony Nelson. Bucs lose. Baker played horrible. Todd Bowles' defense was horrible as always every week. But once again, I go back to it. I get it to give up a late touch on the Thielen. But before that fact, only 3 points. And again, I get it. There's broken, coverages. There's busted coverages, broken tackles. But this team continues. And Jamie, I'm just going to put it out there, man. You're really negative with. You can be if you want to, but you're really negative about this Bucs team. It's a win, guys. It's a win.
What
are we talking about?
Hey, there's 2 women over there. Go grab one of them.
And we shut up and be quiet.
Hey, you got the super chat. We're doing it, damn
All
it.
three. How
What are they
good
gonna do
is that
again?
Eagle?
They gotta show tit or something.
No. We're having a
God.
smash or pass. We're just playing. Nothing.
Smash or pass?
Stash. I'll pour some Eagle with you, Harry.
We're trying to get
Jamie,
Peter a Christmas present.
Bucs were lucky versus Eagles with no Brown and Smith. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Bucs were lucky.
He looks like Santa. He deserves a Christmas present. He's giving every child around the world a Christmas present for how
Wait
many
a minute.
years?
This is what.
Wait,
This is
Peter's
what.
making a point here. Hold on.
Bucs were lucky versus the Eagles with no Brown and Smith at wide receivers. That happens in the National Football League, Jamie.
That's the league.
That happens.
I mean, these are all professionals. Every team has 53 of the best guys, the best players, the best colleges, the best high schools,
we're
and the
getting there.
best little leagues of the entire world.
Oh,
We're
there
getting
it
there.
is. All right.
There we go.
There we go.
James Sutton. All right.
Is this a super chat?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
Say
James.
thank you.
Wait, what do we have to do now? You want to see my ass? I will moon this.
No, we said the next woman without a man next to us, we're not breaking up happy homes.
Well, there's not a lot of ladies
I
on
heard
here.
the Bucs are going to hire Matt Eberflus to clean toilets. Trevor.
I'll be timeout. Wait, no, Matt has a problem calling timeouts.
The defense is injured. That's why we're struggling defensively. Look at the Niners. They're getting their asses whipped mainly because their defense is injured. Bigga says, where's the super chat?
Well, no, he
It
said,
was
what's
there.
the super chat? Which you could explain to your listeners.
Well,
What is a super chat?
The super chat is that you give money to the content. It's on YouTube there, and you also give to Facebook stars for the content.
Because listen, people may not realize this, but content creators like us, we don't get paid by YouTube or
No.
Facebook, whatever,
Yeah.
to do this. So now we may get a little bit for some views at
little
that point
bit,
from
yeah.
them, but the majority of support comes from people who watch and listen to the show. So point blank, without you all coming on, helping spread the news of the show, but also
Right.
occasionally say, hey, thank you for providing this free entertainment.
Nice.
Here's a little tip.
Thank you.
Same as like when you go on a street and you've got this guy playing guitar and he's really good.
Yes.
You throw a little change in
Busking.
the guitar case.
Yes.
The super chat is the change going in the guitar case.
Nice. My pimp pays me, but he also slaps me too, so it's just
I
not a
haven't
good thing.
slapped you in 2 days. Stop it.
Pretty
It's
soon,
true.
we'll
It's been
be
3
doing
days.
a commercial for an upcoming Bucs game. I don't know where the Steelers will beat the Browns.
Keep looking.
David, did we draft or pick
Moss.
up the right players to play in the 3-4? It's a great question. We'll definitely can dissect it. I think they have. It's just guys have not won their one-on-one matchups, although Kalijah Cansey had a couple of opportunities there. We saw Yaya Diaby. We saw Nelson. We don't see enough. We saw Vea. You just don't see enough of that consistently for this Bucs defense.
Did you guys see our fullback, Vita Vea? He actually played defensive line in that.
I know.
Right?
There you
Amazing.
go.
That was
And a
weird.
jumbo package, too.
Like the
Full-
Bucs
Jumbo
fridge.
package.
The
Sorry,
Bucs
everyone.
version of the fridge full of margaritas.
So everyone forgot Baker
Josh
led
Allen.
us with 30 seconds. Absolutely, he did. Let's go out to the stash. It's not how many, it's when Pete and that last 2 minutes of game specifically this year. Let's go out to the phone lines. What's your name? Where you calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Yo, this is Cameron.
Cameron!
Cameron!
The star of the show!
Oh, God.
Cameron!
All right, Cameron. What do you want? And he's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Please give super chats. I'm
Dang
tired
it.
of watching Peter every day at the corner holding a cup or a sign.
In all fairness, the cup is full of money that he's already giving to someone else when he's on the corner. That's when you will smash or pass. At that point, you just say fuck it,
Smash or pass.
All right, Peter, what is your thoughts on Braden Fisk for the Rams passing Aaron Donald's sack? Brandon Fisk.
Big pass.
Passing Aaron Donald's sack record the first 11 games. I'm not surprised by Fisk. Highly productive player for Florida State. Loved him, pairing him with Jared Verse there. Impressive. Let's go out to Cam.
No, shut up.
This is your last call of the day, my friend, because I'm going to run. What do you want?
Wow.
Yo, sorry about that. My phone sucks, but I just want to say great
So do your
show,
comments.
Wow.
Cameron's
Go
comments rule.
Yeah.
Go Bucs.
Let's take the koala on you. Keep this
Go
up.
Bucs, okay.
Baker Mayfield isn't injured, so that's the win at the end of the game, I'd say. He came
Keeps on
back in
dodging
and
it.
fought.
True.
Okay.
Bucky Irvin for over 150 yards, which he does in Madden for me all the time.
Okay, good. There you go.
I don't really have anything else to add, but great show. Make sure people smash the like button. Send more
Cameron.
super chats.
Cameron, you're my best friend.
That's a smash. That's
I
a
love
smash.
this guy.
That's a smash, Cameron.
That's a
Keep the
smash right there,
I like Cameron. I
He's
like
a bad
that
guy.
comment. See,
I
he
love him.
wasn't. He was trolling throughout the whole,
He's
the whole
interacting,
show,
which is the
and now he's
evolution.
interacting.
That's the evolution.
All
That's
right,
what it's all
Cam,
about. It's
we
all fun.
appreciate it. Use that call again, man. Right
Well,
there.
Cam, we're ending soon. He said he can't.
So we shut up.
But he was called-
Alex says.
Only gets one call.
We're
Prison
losing
only
you.
gets one
We're
call,
losing you.
so
I
he's
don't know
only
what's
got one
going on.
call.
You got to stop tugging on your wire.
Cameron, call again.
Hats off to Anthony Nelson for basically saving the Bucs season, says
Yes.
Alex. What a crazy win. Absolutely. A good sign we can win playing bad
Yes.
at this point. And let's go out to Cam. Smash the like button.
Smash the like.
Final thoughts here, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, on an eventful day with the
Yes.
pregame show, a halftime show,
And a postgame show.
live,
Yes.
and a partridge in a pear tree for Todd Bowles to basically, to some Bucs fans, save his job.
Again, I wasn't trying to wax poetic earlier. I get 55, 2020, Tom Brady, COVID. We're at the deck. We were at Ferg's. We were doing live shows wherever they would have us, wherever they were silly enough to invite us, Peter. You know this.
Yeah.
But at the end
We
of
had
the
the other one in
day,
the bathroom.
we have one at Whiskey Wild Wings in the
Yeah.
bathroom. Yeah. But you know what's weird? The camera
stall.
the camera angle was really bad. The glory hole looked like a big,
It looked like there was like lines in between. We were actually on the same camera. It was sick.
But at the end of the day, this victory today over a common opponent, over an OC in Dave Canales. Give hats off to where hats are due. The Panthers played great today. This was a great victory on the streets of St. Petersburg. And I'm not sure yet, Brian Auld and Matt Silverman, what that letter you sent to Kathleen Peters and the Pinellas County Commission, what it said. You basically said, we know you don't know. We know you don't know. I'm not sure if the Rays still want to be here in St. Petersburg. We'll figure that out. I
Here we
don't want to
go.
go there too much.
Here we go.
But at the end of the day, this victory for the Bucs today, as we're trying to get to the playoffs in 2024, went a long way in making the argument for the Buccaneers deserving to be there in the postseason.
You kept talking. There was someone coming by. I was going to play Smash or Pass.
Goofball, go ahead.
I was going to play it.
Great job by Andrew Davis.
No,
yes.
first off, thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
Here you go,
today,
two
that's
guys
for
behind
sure.
you.
So they can't play Smash or Pass. They can't play Smash or Pass.
That guy would smash you. Look at him. He's big. Looks like Troy Polamalu. Florida State. Look at he's got a
Hey,
ring.
look at that. He's got a ring.
Wait, you played Florida State?
This is 2013 national champ team, right?
Okay.
Brother, yes. Big FSU fans.
So
very cool.
Well, again, thanks guys for having me on. A lot of fun here today. Thank you for Bucs fans for allowing me into your space here for the day. Since my team already got their butts handed to them earlier this week. Anybody's interested in my content that we do also, besides Giant stuff, we also do NFL programming in general, especially when draft time, free agency hits and all. But also we do pick show every week. We do a recap every week as well. 2 Giant Goofballs on pretty much every single type of platform you can imagine. We're big on YouTube, Facebook. We're also on Twitch, and we also do audio podcasts as well. So if you like to listen to things on your way home from work or your way to work, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the big ones there. If we're not on your podcast provider and your app that you're listening on, quite frankly, it's the wrong damn app.
There you
There
go.
you go. Good stuff there. Let's go out. A great show, everyone. Thank you very much. Christopher Scott says, Bucky. Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
And ask him to smash or pass Peter. No, let's not do that. And the stash says, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse or be negative Nelly. It's just frustrating how many one-score games have been lost when leading with 2 minutes to go. Great catching the end of the show. Stash, thanks a lot.
Go Bucs!
That's Bills fans. You say
No,
quite
it was
right.
Bills
Oh,
fan.
there was
Go Bucs. It is Victory Sunday night, Victory Monday. So on that note, thanks a lot for
Should I ask
joining
her?
us.
She's old.
No,
Listen,
let's wrap it up. For the great Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, best of the Bay.
Wrap it up,
and
Peter. Whatever you do,
Andrew
wrap it up.
Davis.
After special pass.
Make sure you wrap it up. These days, you just don't know.
Oh, my
I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. 3 things: bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Bucs win in overtime. 3rd time's a charm. 26-23 to go to 6-6. Up next,
And
the
wrap it
Las
up.
Vegas Raiders come to Raymond James Stadium. Keep on tuning in to the evolution of sports talk television. Once again, guys, this is what it's all about. Talking to you about Bucs. And again, Victory Monday tomorrow morning. Enjoy it, Bucs fans.